Yo, that last video, dude dropped another video by Booze. We gotta
We
listen
did.
first. Yeah, we gotta listen to that one first.
All right.
It's about 14 minutes long, but you'll understand why. We live.
Sorry, y'all.
Live.
I overslept. I wasn't playing. I told y'all motherfuckers I was tired. Nigga overslept.
Ah.
I couldn't even hear Trichy. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. If it wasn't for my wife coming in with the groceries right now, yanking me out of my sleep, I'd still be knocked out right now. I'm gonna keep it funky with you. I'll still be dead. I'll still be dead to the world. I was out. But come on in the room. Hold on. Wait. I forgot. I got it. Hold on. I forgot. I uploaded it. Hold on.
Come on in the room. I say, come on in the room. Jesus is my doctor. Write out all my scripture. Bring me all my medicine. Am I wrong?
Come on in the room. Like I said, my apologies, y'all. I wasn't playing earlier. I was tired.
Wait
And
a
then
minute.
wait a minute. A1 Carolina kid, different views. Everybody, y'all was lighting this chat up already. God damn.
Yes. And I just want to point one thing out because I saw one comment in the chat scrolling through. I'm not interrupting Rim on purpose. When you're not standing face to face with a person, it's kind of hard to, cue when somebody gonna
Yeah,
say something because there's no
yeah.
visual cue, and then sometimes there's a delay up here. So don't get
Yup.
into it. And then I talk fast as hell too. So there's that.
Trust me, y'all. If I felt like she was cutting me off on purpose, I would have been said something to her behind the scenes, like, "Yo, sis,
Right.
yeah, you gotta start cutting me off," or something like that. But
Yeah, but
no,
you'll notice when
it's
restream,
hard
not
to.
restream. Yeah.
Me and React do it too. Like when me and React is on, like
Because
go
people
over
don't
talking to.
realize talking to somebody is more than just words coming out of your mouth. You're going by visual cues as well. And that's why a lot of
Exactly.
people want to do their podcast in person. But I find that a
Exactly.
camera suffices. But there's that, and I don't keep my camera on a lot. Hey, Walter.
But even with the camera, it's still a delay.
Mm-hmm. Your granddaddy named you, didn't he? It all depends on how fast your Wi-Fi is. I'm just playing. Oh, goody, comma 702. Mr. Knowledge, Carolina
Yeah,
Kid. I
Walter,
know
that
Jenny
is an
was up
old
in here.
school name.
Walter.
Walter, that is an old school name.
Hold on. I'm gonna get some. That's a good, strong country name.
That's a good. That's one of them. That's one of them motherfuckers' names where it sound like he do construction.
Mm-hmm. Yo, my homeboy, when I joined the Navy, his name John Henry Scott. So it's remember John Henry, the railroad guy.
Uh huh.
And so I was like, dang, I used to mess with him. Where your ox at? Because it wasn't him with the big blue ox. That was Paul Bunyan, but the other one he had because remember he fought the railroad, the automated railroad.
Uh huh. Yo, it don't seem like I was watching these videos because Richard apparently has a whole TikTok, and I watched
Yeah,
some of
he
his
do.
videos.
From what
I
I
don't
gather,
see. Yeah, I don't see the man that he's describing.
well, this video pretty much explains a lot of it. So let's get into this, and then after this, we can comment because this ain't but about an hour and a half. Oh, you know that meme with the cat with his paw over his mouth? I was sitting up there like that. and I sent it to you in the private chat, and you didn't do nothing. And I
Like I
called
said
you, and I'm
before,
like,
bitch,
he
call my
won't
phone.
wake up. No, this the wrong
No,
video.
I saw it. I saw the
No,
video.
not
I saw
this
the
one.
video.
No, not this
Oh, the
one.
one.
It's
Oh,
this
okay.
one.
I'm gonna do it early.
Yeah, this one.
My name is King Gates, right? First, I'm gonna introduce who I am, you know, and what I stand for and what I'm trying to, you know, do right now. I'm a revolutionary leader.
Demetrius.
I have a revolutionary organization, which I'm the president and the chairman of, which is called Black Girl Family Movement. I'm currently chasing and pursuing my law degree. I did a total.
This boy
Sounds
right here
very familiar.
actually graduated from a Texas university, and now he's pursuing his law degree because his dream after he got out was to become a lawyer and help the unfortunate. Why is that
Sounds
so?
very, very familiar.
Don't it though, bro?
Sounds awfully familiar. Where have I
So,
heard this?
right. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Knowledge. He got his bachelor's. Yes, Mr. Words right out my mouth. But
Wow.
look, if we ain't even 30 seconds into this video.
Now we get to the meat and potatoes.
He finna tell it as much as he gonna tell anyway. I ain't gonna say it's all, but you can read between the lines.
7 years in prison. I have evolved, grew, and developed myself into a community organizer, and just a spiritual
did
leader.
7 years?
You know, and so I want to take accountability for me attempting to defend him, you know, my previous self, and almost losing and forgetting who I am in this current moment, right? All of the spiritual work that I have done to reach the level that I'm at now, and you know the physical, financial, and mental discipline, right? Maybe I'll play this. I'll play this. Can y'all hear it?
Okay,
It seems like
no, I didn't remember the music, but that's because I skipped. But
it seems like Richard is actually doing the work that YP
right.
claims he's doing.
He's
Richard is actually doing the shit.
Hey Realism, it's some background music he had playing. But he's about to play one of YP's older cuts. And before we just tune him completely out, he talking about Richard in the song. So after that, Richard gonna make a point. So we gonna have to listen this time. It ain't as bad as that other shit.
Oh God.
Watch the world turn my heart cold. It was freezing. I swear it's awesome, unheard of shit. Get it, my whole world. Hit me on my first baby, my first time was back and put me in my first kitchen. I've been at lunchtime, just me, you and KB.
Remy,
Yes.
keep that channel name. Because that video 11 years old.
Pharaoh. I can't see it.
402. Oh yeah,
Pharaoh
I forgot you on your phone.
402.
Let me keep playing the video.
This young Pharaoh word. I ain't saying too much.
You see how boring this flow is?
Top twos at the same time, and fuck who on the outside ever looking in. Shit, my mom's with him. She adopted that nigga.
Let the world take her from you. I know that you was in pain tonight. The world almost took it from you. Yeah, you taught me how to see the world by all that's not visual. If I got it, then you got it. We need off residuals. Look at life now and what we're pursuing.
Yeah, we doing everything we talked about. And I
still can't let it go, bro.
I wish I
would have been there.
but he just wouldn't let him go. It has been received in me when everybody, nigga, you but snaking. I watched
That ain't Remy, that's Richard. Richard know that shit. So
Nah, that ain't me. That's Richard singing that shit.
Right. This tells you though how much Richard fucked with him. Cause who the hell else gonna listen to him? And this
Yeah,
ain't
that
even
shit is
Sparrow
bomb.
we listening to right here. This is Young Fee from this little Fee from Guilford.
My ears is bleeding.
Cause don't nobody know where he at right now, 702. Simple as that.
I
If we got
almost,
an address,
I ain't,
they got him.
I ain't gonna lie, I almost fell asleep listening to that shit.
Yeah.
I told
The
you he
real
had that
term is hot
lazy ass
cold.
flow.
Yeah. Because you know
He had
what?
that lazy ass flow. Sound lazy as shit. It sound like he don't even believe he's not even confident in his own flow.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sound like he know he corny.
Okay. Yeah, so that video, that was a recording of a song that me and Young Pharaoh made called "I Got Us," and it was
Well, apparently after Pharaoh did that no jumper interview, the internet detectives got to work and yeah, they found him on TikTok.
basically
He said he got a
sharing
perk flow, perk
our
30 flow.
our life experiences, things that we done been through with each
He
other.
got a
Cause this
Seroquel
guy
flow.
um was my right hand man. He was my best friend.
I
So
knew it.
I feel like me and this kid we shared
No, because he made that threat after he left Texas. So all we know is he in the A. We ain't got no address though.
As soon as you find out Storm Moreau address.
Basically, he
Don't,
probably there. And if he's not there, Storm is the last known place he was at. So it serves the same purpose.
what do you say? What do you say on How High?
a
Or
certain
we gonna
level of
switch it
loyalty
around?
and respect. So I want
ATL. What do you say? ATL Storm House on the couch.
Lord have mercy. Yeah, just 12 minutes ago, realism. He on Storm live together. Storm gonna be live and Pharaoh gonna walk behind him eating a sandwich with no shirt on. Internet gonna be
uh,
done.
to um take accountability for me actually going to the internet and attempting to smear his name. Although if you listen to that verse right there, as he's praising me and telling me I taught him X, Y, and Z, my mom took him in, and I was his big bro and all this stuff. I taught him how to do this. When these bitches were snaking and deceiving him, I had his back, and that's the real shit. He went on no jumper and smeared my name, and I'm not clear. I don't got to clear nothing up. Only thing that I want to really address is I want to apologize for me getting outside of my character, and I'm going to continue to stay real. I had a few different platforms when I was moving off of emotion when I first heard the interview that I was going to go on and I was going to go back and forth, but I realized I'm not going to be on the internet arguing and going back and forth. I'm not doing that. So I do it on my little page. People see it, they see it. I just want to explain and clear.
Silver Fox got a question, Remy. If you talking about the ones that you don't pay for, those like push the video up the algorithm. If you talking about the ones that you do pay for, what is the 60-40 split YouTube way?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they take most of that.
They used to rap together. But listen, it
Yeah,
ain't that good yet because I was gonna cut this mess off and then he said something and I was like, wait a minute.
The confusion for my followers and my supporters. I'm going to continue to be doing the work that I'm doing in the community. I've been organizing and doing this for about 5 years straight now,
he don't
since
sound
I've
like
been
a
released from
guilty man.
prison. Um, I was released from prison a few years ago, and I've been organizing in the community. But I want to say this that
Drop your cash app.
regardless of what young Pharaoh said about me in that video, we had love, loyalty, and respect, and I still have that. I don't know what bro might be going through. I don't have no issue with him. A lot of the things he said in that interview was definitely cap. He was capping his ass off, especially to insinuate me as might have set him up. Like just to insinuate some shit like that is cap. And I noticed that a lot of people close to me was debating about the truth about certain things that he said. Man, the nigga was capping in the shit period. But that's my brother. Um, I won't fuck with him again, but I don't want to see
You
nothing but the
still don't
best
want to say nothing bad
for that
about him.
man. I hope that he continues to
Mm-hmm.
prosper. I hope that he can, get healed from whatever mental issues he's going through at this moment. And I'm not about to get back on the internet
Thankful.
and
Hey,
we're not,
Infinity.
my city and all of his trolls would love to see us go back and forth and me to tear him down and him. I'm not doing that. It's too much history. We done been through too many trials and
Pause it.
tribulations together, and I have that respect.
First, Richard, if you ever see this video, actually, I didn't want y'all to go back and forth. I just wanted you to tell your side of the story. That's it.
He's yeah, he said no, but see from what I get from this, Sparrow went on no jumper, right? Richard got on his page and started wilding for like a day or two. People caught on and then they started flooding his inbox because he was like he done got a couple of different interviews off of that no jumper interview request.
Yeah.
People wanted him to come on. So after that, he was
Yeah,
right.
Richard is
Infinity.
real. We Infinity, we did a joint earlier. And
Right.
YP. Well, everything that YP doing right now, he stole from Richard. So he basically stole all Richard ideas and all the things that he's doing,
Yo,
and then smeared
somebody
him.
dip in Richard DM and tell him to be safe because Sparrow might try to Buffalo Bill him. I ain't even being funny right now. He'll be
Yeah,
walking
he just
around with
keep
a Richard
taking
Boo
L after
skin suit.
L. What's the point in
I'm telling
lying
you,
so much though?
because it's a part of the mental illness. He can't help
'Cause I
himself.
don't have to. I don't have to like go lie to boost. Like the thing about it is, prove that you prove that you're worth the people's time with your talent and your work and and your hustle, not by claiming shit that you never did. I don't have to prove that I'm worth the people's time by trying to convince them that I'm somebody that I'm not. If you can go ahead, appreciate it, Silver Fox.
Man, I'm not gonna get on here and smear me. That was my real friend. He was a loyal friend. Uh, he always had my back. Vice versa, I always had his back. So he may be in his feelings at this moment, but if he wasn't in his feelings, like I played that when he wasn't in his feelings when like I played that song, that's how that man really feel about me. Whatever going on right now, that's between him and what he got going on. We don't have an issue. I don't have no issue with that man. And I'm not gonna get on here and argue back and forth like bitches. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna continue to do the work that I'm doing in the community. And I've been in a very evil spirit lately. Because I ain't been meditating since I seen that video. I allowed that video to take me somewhere I never even want to be. So I'm gonna get back on my spiritual work, focusing on healing myself. I'm not doing no interviews. I'm not about to get on here and slander you, man. That was a true friend. Um, it was plenty different instances that I had that I had to learn from, that I had to grow and evolve from. Yeah, I made a lot of mistakes. Of course. We was 17, talking about time we was 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I made mistakes last year that I'm not gonna make this year. Ain't nobody perfect. He made a lot of mistakes, but it's not for the internet. I'm not about to be on here talking about personal experiences that me and this man done went through. That's whole shit.
Pause.
And that's part of evolving. His
Even when this man has a legit reason to taunt you, he still is not taunting him. Does this sound like a man that would call him up on the phone and brag about drugging him?
No.
Even when he has the a legit reason to taunt him, he still ain't taunting him. Nothing that you described about this man. People can't like. I know people can fake who they are, but this is if he is this nigga needs an Oscar. if he's faking and he's really this person that YP described, Richard Booz deserves an Oscar
Standing
because he could have fucking
ovation.
fooled me. Would you say this? Is a standing
I
ovation?
said a standing ovation.
Right.
This is
Denzel worthy performance.
crazy.
Because this man is calm, cool, collected. Because I don't know if I would have been able to keep myself together if somebody fucked me in the butt and my talking about my booty hole and saying I
Right.
did this to such and
But
then
then you
and talk
heard what he
and
said. All that stuff that YP said on No Jumper was straight cat.
yeah,
Cat,
but the
cat,
thing about it
cat,
is
cat.
you notice that all the worst things that you can say a man has done or has been done to him, he put on Richard. Like the worst things you can think of is him R wording a woman or being R worded.
It's only
That's one
a
of the
few
worst things.
things. It's only a few things that make a man constrain himself after somebody throws some charges like that that ain't true at him. Richard, no,
Yeah,
he crazy.
yeah, true.
Like I say, read between the lines when you listen to this. Richard, no, he is certified.
Yeah,
Issue
I
with me
can't
is that he
imagine
hasn't
knowing him
spoken.
before this. I couldn't
Yeah,
imagine knowing him before this, and then all of a sudden, you can't imagine knowing him and knowing the normal him, and then you reach out to him, and all of a sudden you drug him.
this probably ain't the first time why Peter spazzed out.
Yeah,
Probably the
he wanted.
worst time.
Yeah, he wanted to destroy Richard because Richard is doing everything that he claimed he did. Richard actually went to school, got his bachelor's degree, about to get a law degree, actually
Telling
out there in the community putting in work
this is
out
hotel
there.
single white female.
Mm-hmm. Seems like he hating on Richard because Richard is doing everything and becoming everything that YP couldn't.
Ooh,
With
I had
actually,
got scared.
and one thing I don't get is how did Richard, you know, duck all these charges, but he apparently did 7 years. You described it like Richard
Right.
committed all these crimes and never
Got
got
out
caught.
the jailhouse like Kaiser so say.
Yeah, the nigga did 7 years, came home and turned his life around. You can go ahead.
Telling you, he gonna try to put on a Richard skin suit. Richard, you better be glad he done went to the A.
To me within 4 or 5 years. So he's disrespecting me because he has me stuck on this ace that he remember from 2011 or 2017, 2020. And I realized that a person, when you don't keep a mental update on the person, you could disrespect them and not, really see the growth and evolution that they have made, right? And I will say that, it was times where bruh was way more advanced um and evolved than me when he was on his righteous path, right? And I was staying away from him because I was still in the streets and I was still engaging and doing street things and I couldn't get it right. And he was attempting to support me. So I'm not even gonna say he didn't try to support when he did have a platform. It was plenty of times where that nigga did attempt to support me and he was trying to do the right thing and I was stuck in the streets. Right. So that's what I will say, that um I have to take accountability for the things that I did. I made a lot of mistakes when I did have doors that was open for me, and I'm learning from them. I did a lot of things in the streets in my life, period, that I got to live with.
Look,
I
bro.
have to I have to take accountability for all my actions, and I do. I don't blame nothing that I did at the foot of no other person. I take
And
accountability
it's
for
like
all
the
my
fifth time.
actions, and it is what it is, right?
Fifth,
It is
sixth
what it
time he
is.
said, I would like to
Ain't
take
nobody put
accountability.
ain't nobody put a gun in your hand. Ain't nobody put the idea for me to be jump off the porch. Once you are in the streets and you select or you get involved in a particular lifestyle, you know what that shit come with. I just don't like that
Yep.
that that aspect when a person refuses to take
Right,
accountability for
Leonard.
their actions. When you say that a person forced you or you were doing it, no, just say that you this was the life.
You say something, bro?
I said, all right, Leonard. It looked like that nigga was taking his milk and cuz.
I ain't
Life
with
you
y'all.
chose. You know what come with this shit, and that's what came with it. Shit, that's what came with it. You know, we can't. We got to stop blaming our horrible decisions on
He didn't think we
the
would
influence of
find
other
Richard.
people. Even though peer pressure is a motherfucker, but you had a choice. You made a conscious decision. Rather it was him, seeing how everybody knew my name and wanted to be around me, and he made a decision that he wanted to be involved. He wanted to be known like that. Whatever the case may be, we all made a conscious decision, and we need to stand on that, right?
Oh,
But
oh, 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 pause it, pause it. He having gay thoughts.
yeah, I just wanted to do this to clear.
But it sounds like
I don't
YP
think
flipped the
that was
story
in
of
here,
how they
bro.
met. I know I was fucking around. I think see YP flipped the story around about how they met. See,
Well,
Richard was
see,
out
read
there getting
between the lines. Richard was
Rich.
popular
Yeah,
because
it
he
seemed like
already
Richard
had
was the
money.
one. Yeah, it seemed like
Yeah.
Richard was the one that was popping, and Richard was the one that YP is describing as himself. Everything that
Mm,
Richard was, YP described as himself, and probably put everything that he did on Richard,
on Richard.
just like he's doing with Camille in in Golden Beauty.
Mm-hmm.
He's projecting everything that Golden Beauty and them did. He's saying he did. He like Golden Beauty and them said they was abused. Now he's saying they abusing them. He was the one that was abused. Camille was the one that was working them two jobs to keep that apartment. Now he's saying he's the one that worked the two jobs to keep the apartment. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He flip flops the story. You can go ahead. Yeah, I kind of fucks with
Up
Richard.
that I'm
To
going to
be honest with
continue to do the work. Uh,
you, clear
if you
case of
look at
identity
all of this
fraud.
man videos
Football,
of his
radio.
case, he did plenty of videos on his case, on that case. When he caught that case, when he originally did the case, his appeal. I gotta clear that part up. That's nonsense, right? That never ever happened. And because I was talking to somebody, they were saying maybe a motherfucker took too long. And I'm like, it never happened like that. Period. I was the person that built me and I built this man out of jail. I was the only person at your court case. Even though I spent my last money, and I knew that you was gonna get locked up because you was on probation when you went back to probation. So that's nonsense, man. Shit happens in the streets, and that's that.
So
This man
Richard bailed him
spent
out.
his last money to bail him out of jail. Then you gonna turn around and say this? You know what? See, this is why.
It seemed like he shitted on all the
Woo!
people that took care of him.
Mm-hmm.
His aunt, his Camille, his aunt, Richard, everybody that took care of him, but Shetty, everybody that took care of him. Silver Fox, if that was you. Oh yeah, okay. Thanks for the donation. Everybody that took care of him, he turned around and shitted on and made them look bad. And I think it was because they all knew who the YP was before the fame,
They know the
the
real
so-called fame.
YP.
Yep, and it seems like he wanted to get ahead of the story.
I
He's a
mean, wasn't
master
nobody
at getting
worried
ahead of
about him
stories.
till he started dragging everybody name through the mud.
Hmm
That's just how it
I want to
is.
know
I just got to clear that up.
what made
Mm.
him just. I want to know what made him just up and be like, "Oh, Richard drugged me."
It
Richard
could be
probably
as
did.
simple as he went to go see what Richard was doing on the internet and saw he was doing good and flipped the fuck out.
Or Richard probably really did call him to check on him, and in his delusion, he in psychosis, he came up with his
Richard out to
paranoia.
get him.
Yeah, why is Richard calling him?
Enlighten.
Like he wasn't making a fool of himself on the internet. Did y'all see that video I put up earlier about with the mushrooms?
Mm,
I forgot I put that shit up. But you can go ahead. Hmm.
All you gotta do is go look at that man appeal, all his appeal record. He say he spent 20,000 on the appeal lawyer. Look at his original videos when he's talking about this case. He ain't never ever say no shit like that. So I just don't like when people be capping like that. Like stop the cap. Um,
Wait, what did he say about that pill? My bad, I accidentally clicked out.
yeah. So that's just what I would do, is declare that up. That shit like that. So I just don't like when people be capping like that. Like stop the cap when you go back to probation. So that's nonsense, man. It
50
shit
people in the
happens in the
building. Hit
streets,
that
and
like
that's
button.
just how it is. I just got to clear that up. All you gotta do is go look at that man appeal, all his appeal record. He say he spent 20,000 on the appeal lawyer. Look at his original videos when he's talking about this case. He ain't never ever say no shit like that. So I just don't
I
like when people
do.
be capping like that. Like stop the cap. Um,
Yeah, I ain't never hear nothing about that either.
yeah. So
Till
that's just
now.
what I would do, is declare that up. That's bullshit. But besides that, I'm not doing no interviews. I'm not about to get on online and go back and forth with the man
Somebody needs to change
like
they
bitches, too much history, and
what's the
I
name?
live on I'm just real, period. Like I'm not about to be getting on
Say
the internet
Firearm.
exposing a person that I once had loyalty and respect for business.
say what now?
Somebody is either his or yours. Y'all fire the smoke detector.
That
You don't
ain't
hear
my
that?
smoke detector.
Yeah, he need to
Yeah,
change the
I
smoke
just need him
detector.
tuned it out. That's him.
Yeah, remember that's
Because
how it
he
was in
went
my old house.
Mm-hmm.
astray. That's like if a nigga snitch on me, I'm about to start snitching on him. It don't work like that. That's not part of being real. When a motherfucker is real, it's hard to be real. It's not two people not real. So real don't work like that. When a motherfucker get on and slander your name, and you don't just go back and forth. That's just hoes. That's what hoes do. And I'm not doing that. So um just to clear this up,
Richard don't seem like
I'm
the
gonna
petty
continue to
person
do what
you
I do,
described.
continue to make my money, continue to chase my degrees, continue to have the impact that I have, continue to be the great one. I'm the motherfucking great one. King Gates, 402, BRF, whatever version of me. I'm always gonna be the great one. And that's what it is. All power to the people. I love y'all. Love and light. And I ask everybody to continue to support the movement, continue to be positive, productive, and be truthful. We got to work on being truthful. And I think the biggest lesson I would say of me doing this live and evolving where I'm at is self accountability. Self accountability. A lot of time we don't like to take accountability for our actions. We don't like to take accountability for our problem that we cause on ourselves. We make horrible decisions. It's much easier for you to brush something off on the next man as opposed to taking accountability for your actions now, right? And we see that all the time. People do it all the time because we'd rather blame it on something else than take accountability for our actions. And I'm not doing that. I'm taking accountability and I'm moving forward.
That don't sound like a person that would call him up and taunt him. And it doesn't sound like a person that was going around making up lies about him. He had every chance that he wanted to on his platform to expose him and say everything that he could have said, YP said he should have said or did say, and did not say it. Just like he keep claiming that they call him a white boy, but you heard all the arguments where they didn't know that they were being recorded, and not one time did they call him a white boy. Especially the mom. They keep saying the mom called him a white boy every chance she get, but you on there telling her that she wants the dick and she a ignorant ass bitch and this, that, and the third, calling her out of her name. And not one time did you hear her call him a nerd or a white boy. Yeah, well, Richard is everything YP wants to be. And he see Richard dripping. But that video from earlier, we was at 39 minutes. Sis.
Which one was we on? I don't even remember at this
The one
point.
from
Hold on, I
last
got
night.
his channel pulled up.
The one from last night.
Okay. This one right here.
Yeah, he said he told Golden Beauty Mom she want the dick.
I ain't doing
I
shit.
just did that video the other day.
Oh yeah, but I need my justice.
Yep, there we go.
Madison
Justice
don't
for
owe me
Pharaoh,
nothing
y'all.
because I don't know her. All I know is she said she would be honored to go on a plant-based lunch, and if she's open to
That was
that, we could
5
do
years
that. But if
ago.
not, no
She
disrespect to
told you
Madison.
she'll
There's
go
women all
go to lunch
over the
5
world.
years ago.
There's women all over the world, but uh, like I said,
We
everybody
thought he was
involved is
made up
going
too.
down. Both my baby mothers is going down. I'm not holding nothing down. Lisa Mason, whoever that realtor bitch is, because I don't know who the fuck she is. Let me ask you a question. Don't you find it suspicious that somebody that I don't fuck with would slide in my DMs and then say, they would slide in my DMs and then they would say that
Wait, then
they've
he
been
lied.
best friends with my realtor for 4 years, but I'm like, how the fuck is you best?
Say what now?
Now I was telling him, go ahead, think it was a lie. You would jump in my
Friends with
DMs
my
and
realtor for
say,
4 years and I don't even know her?
Right.
So why would you go out your way to tell me that you've been best friends with my realtor for 4 years when technically that's my realtor? That's not my realtor. I don't know her. I just met her when I came down here. Technically, Golden knows her.
How much
So if
power
anything,
does
why
he
the
think
fuck
a
would you not
oh, wait,
slide in
realtor
Golden
is?
DMs and tell her that? Why the
sis,
fuck would you
pause
tell?
it. I just realized he projecting on here. He's switching roles again. He's claiming that Golden Booty and Camille and Ayana are claiming that they don't know each other. But now, one time did you hear him claim that? But you hear him claiming that he don't know him. But tells stories about them hanging out and doing all this shit together. But you don't know him. She sold you your house, but you don't know it. My nigga. But go ahead.
Tell me that. Right. Because I don't even fuck with you like that. Right. And why the fuck is you in the background of my circle without me knowing? Right or wrong? Right. Okay. So like I said, nah. Exactly. Somebody said she came out of nowhere. Why didn't she care when it was happening? Because the feds is investigating this shit, and everybody that's been stealing my money and drugging me and calling me a white boy and thinking they was gonna get away with it.
Ooh, the
It's a
feds
dub.
come after you for calling
Okay.
somebody a white boy.
Look, there go that
It's a
arm
dub.
twitch. There go the arm
It's a
twitch.
dub. Richard Booz put up
That nigga
pictures.
withdrawing.
You was with him in 2021. Yes, because he came out of nowhere. He came out of nowhere. He came out of nowhere. And that was my point. It was my
'Cause he just
daughter's
got out of
birthday
jail.
party, and this nigga
Right.
pulled up out of nowhere talking about.
Say what?
Right. He came out of nowhere. You was right. He came out of nowhere because he obviously just got out of jail. He
Yeah.
obviously just came home from jail. You knew that, my nigga. That looked like that picture that Richard put up. It looked like that nigga just got out of jail and YP was happy to see him. Y'all was riding
Yep.
around in a car together. The best of friends. Riding around in your car
Now
together.
that
This
video
is in
was
2001. With Camille.
mm-hmm.
If you go to my live earlier, you will see the video of him, Richard Booz, and Camille riding around, having the
Camille
time
was
of their
cool.
motherfucking life.
Not yet good neither, but he just got to Atlanta. You know what?
Yeah.
If I
And Richard
see
Booz,
him and Shamar fighting in downtown Atlanta, I think I might just cut my internet off. I can't.
and
At that point,
Richard
done.
Bruce,
If him and Shamar, no, YP. If him and Shamar hook up, you know Shamar that's up in Atlanta. He got scoliosis.
no, I don't know who that is. But
Man, you
Richard
know
Bruce
who
been in
Shamar
Texas the
is.
whole time, and he ain't shot.
Right. In
Richard
Dallas.
is in Texas right now as we speak. Nothing has
Talking
happened
to
to him.
Shamar.
Oh my God, yeah, I know who that is. I know who that is.
If
Turn that
YP
off.
and Shamar
Mm-mm,
hook up in Atlanta, I am dead,
Feel
dead.
me?
At
mm-mm,
that point, I just can't do it
I
no
ain't
more.
bullshit.
mm-mm. How you gay with scoliosis? You can't even bend over.
Shit, gay and scoliosis is the least of Shamar problems. But that's for another night.
Yeah, true.
Where he was uninvited. When I was living in Cheektowaga in Buffalo, New York, this nigga, like I said, I don't know if it was true, but he said it. This nigga came to my house running at my door and he was banging on my door. And I said, who the fuck? I'm like, who is that? Because I'm thinking it's Parole. And he was like, it's Ace. I said, what the fuck you want? Because I'm wondering why he run into my house. You feel me? And he was like, yo, I just shot at some niggas on Minnesota. And that's a street off Bailey, that he be beefing with. And I told the nigga, I said, why the
Go
fuck would you
ahead.
go shoot at somebody from Bailey when you told him it was squashed? So he was like, man,
Nigga
fuck them
always
bitch ass
lying.
niggas and da-da-da. So I said, well, nigga, did you say that to Cat Eyes when you was in Green? Because I know you didn't say that to Cat Eyes. And then I told the nigga, I said, Richard, I'm not in the streets. I said, do it look like I'm in the
Who
streets?
was Mr.
And he
Now?
like, no, man,
YP
but I
or
needed
Richard?
somewhere to run. I wasn't gonna make it back to the hood. And I said, Richard, I'm telling you right now, I don't give a fuck if you call me a snitch. I said, I'm tired of going to jail for you doing shit and then running to my motherfucking house. And how the fuck you keep knowing where I live? And as I'm talking to you right now, I'm putting two and two together. I can guarantee that my son mother is the one that keep telling him my address, because remember
He
when I
turned
told
the
you when
other
I was on
cheek
parole,
good
my son
again.
As
mother
I'm
kept having
talking to
random
you,
niggas come to my house and
see,
I didn't know who the fuck they was.
pause.
Okay, so
Okay, hold
if
on.
she was giving them niggas my address,
In this
I told you I
area.
was right.
Mhm.
He was making this. She's making this shit as he goes along. He just said it.
Yeah.
He just admitted it. So as I'm talking to you, I'm putting two together. So you're basically making this shit up as you go along.
Yeah, it's 2 and 2 don't make 4, it make 24.
Facts. Go ahead.
address, I know for a fact she was giving
Make
Richard
sure
my
it's in
address.
the chat.
But long
He
story
talking about he paying that girl on the phone.
short, so he run to my house
Nah, he trying to
after he do a
avoid
drill.
YP.
And I said, nigga, why would you go shoot at somebody on Bailey when you told him the beef was squash? And according to you, you was walking around in Green with Cat Eyes from Bailey. So I'm like, do Cat Eyes from Bailey know that you shooting at people from Bailey? Plus, I'm like, I fuck with Earl Moss. So nigga, don't go shoot at nobody from Bailey and then run to my house, because I don't even fuck with you. And he know I don't fuck with you. And I don't know why the fuck you keep running. You know what I'm saying? You keep popping up in my life uninvited. Right or wrong.
That shirt is gone.
So I told the nigga, I said, Richard, I don't give a fuck if you think I'm snitching or not. I said, nigga, my kids is in here. My baby mama live here. Even though her ass ain't want to go home for whatever excuse for her family, I said, I got people that live here that I'm responsible for, and I'm on parole. I said, nigga, I said, is the police following you? He was like, no, I got away. I said, how sure are you that you got away? He said, nigga, I got away. I said, nigga, if the police come here because they seen you running this house, I said, I swear to God, I'm gonna tell them I did not invite you here, and I don't know what the fuck you did, but I don't have shit to do with it. Right or
This
wrong?
nigga bugging. He just
Okay. And
lying.
I told the nigga, I said, did some niggas follow you? And he
Yeah,
was
he's
like,
snitching.
no. And I said, well, how are you sure that some niggas didn't follow you? And he
Oh
was like, man,
yeah.
ain't nobody follow me.
Before we get too into this, I did pull up that thing. I pulled up the synopsis anyway for when he went back and tried to get it expunged, but that's got
Oh
everything in
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. You can still pull up. You
so
can still pull it up. You got the police report.
yeah, the I told you it's the synopsis for when he tried to get it expunged or tried to get it overthrown or something. But it gives the hold on. Okay. At the suppression hearing, two police officers testified that they were traveling in a marked patrol vehicle on a warm summer day when they observed a defendant walking down the street wearing black gloves. When the officer who was operating the vehicle slowed down, defendant turned and looked at the vehicle, and he then pulled out a gun and started to run. The officer stopped the vehicle, and the other officer exited the vehicle, pursued defendant on foot, and observed defendant throw the gun towards a house. Eventually, defendant was apprehended and a loaded gun was recovered from the lawn outside of the house. And they
So,
concluded that the presence of a gun on the defendant's person combined with his flight gave the police reasonable suspicion that the defendant may have been engaged in criminal activity justifying police pursuit. Just the fact that he ran gave them reason to think that he had a reason to run, if that makes sense.
wow. So basically, Richard ain't set him up. He ain't got nothing to do with it.
No, he said his
This
own
nigga
setup.
got himself locked up.
By being
He set
skittish, he
himself up.
turned around and saw the cops and took off running. And when he took off running, the cops was like, well, he must have something to hide. And not
Exactly.
only did he run in front of the cops, he pulled the gun out in front of the cops. How dumb can you be, ladies and gentlemen? How
Exactly.
dumb can you be?
Why would you try to throw the gun with him hot on your trail?
Right. The cops right there. And we
He threw the gun
also,
in. He threw the gun. When he threw the gun, guess what the cop said?
Nigga, did you know that I can see you?
right.
That's what the cop said when he threw the gun. They stopped. Nigga, you do realize we are 3 steps behind you. He threw the gun into the cop lap.
Right. Defendant's abandonment of the gun during that pursuit provided the police with probable cause for defendant's arrest. And their recovery of the abandoned gun was lawful inasmuch as the pursuit of defendant was lawful. Furthermore, because the officer's conduct was lawful, the court properly refused to suppress as fruit of the poisonous tree the oral statements defendant made to the police after his arrest. We
Wow,
also
so he told on
concluded
himself.
basically he said something, sitting up there running his damn mouth again. You don't run your mouth to the police, Dink. We
You
also
shut the
reject
fuck up.
defendant's contention that the conviction is not supported by legally sufficient evidence because of breaks in the chain of custody of the gun recovered from the lawn of the house. It is well settled that breaks in the chain of custody affect only the weight to be given to that evidence. Viewing the evidence in light of the elements of the crime in this non-jury trial, we further conclude that the verdict is not against the weight of the evidence. Finally, the sentence is not unduly harsh or severe. It is hereby ordered that the judgment so appealed from is unanimously affirmed.
Wow,
Yeah,
this is crazy.
we got people
One
running around
two
here
one
quoting
two
and
one
go
two
hours.
five. Hop in the hot mess for the one time.
Live, we all late tonight.
You ain't that late. Still got an hour.
Yep.
Why you take the video then?
That was the what you call it.
Oh yeah, that was the fucking police report.
Yeah.
Definitely, can you email that to me?
I can't download that one. I can shoot you the link in Messenger.
Yeah, I could do that.
Remind me later, and I'll see if I can pull it up on Pacer.
No, you can just send me to me the link if you want.
No, I'm saying
That'll be
I'll see
easy.
if I can pull the whole case up on Pacer because that's only going to
Oh,
show me a
oh,
little
oh,
bit.
oh, 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 oh.
Yeah, that
Oh
one right
yeah,
there
yeah.
only show a little taste. Maybe we
If
get
my
some more
house gets shot
details.
up, or I come out this house and somebody shoot at
Hey,
me,
Sunkiss.
nigga, me and you gonna have
Sun
beef.
kissed
And you
melanin.
already know I murk your ass. You already know that. And so, like I said, that was the only time, at least to my knowledge, Richard was at my house, unless that nigga was coming to my goddamn house while I was gone, which more than likely he was. But my main thing is this. I stopped fucking with Richard Booz in 2017 when he ran, in 2011 when he ran them white people over on Chippewa. Remember when I told you he did that?
Yeah.
Pause.
Okay, so I said to say this.
You say the same thing about Camille, Golden Beauty, Richard Blues, Ayana, and everybody else. You stop fucking with them, but you magically, somehow, some way, reconnected with these people, and they did you dirty. You stopped fucking with them in 2016, 2017. You say the same thing about Camille. You say the same thing about Golden Beauty. You say the same thing about Richard. You say the same thing about Ayana.
Oh,
So I stopped fucking with them back in the day, this, that, and the third, or I ain't never fucked with them, but somehow, some way,
look,
there's you
he
guys are
trying
hanging
to
together.
disassociate anybody that he knew back in the day because they can confirm that that boy is crazy. Like
But
eyeballs can do that.
yeah, it seemed like
They
he's trying to
probably the ones with the
disassociate with
biggest. Go
all the
ahead.
people who you trying to accuse.
See, that's what I get for reading the chat. Him and
Him and
Storm,
Storm
pussy, pussy.
bumping coochies.
Oh my gosh.
They bussy rubbing down there,
I
starting
can't
fights,
breathe.
sword fighting. Cling, 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 ching.
See, I ain't with y'all tonight.
Whatever the fuck he been doing in his life from that point on, if he's been associated with me in any way, shape, form, or fashion, I'ma blame Camille Carthon because she's the one that keep popping him back up in my life without my motherfucking my knowledge, right
See,
or wrong.
he's just blaming
Okay,
her
so my
without
thing is this:
any.
when I do see
Mhm.
Richard, he's coincidentally somewhere that I'm already about to be, or somewhere where I'm at, or he's coincidentally popping up at my motherfucking house. Like,
So he moved to Texas, then found out Richard was there. Or did he know that Richard was in Texas and moved there? And it wasn't what he wanted it to be. What year did he move to Texas?
I don't know. It was that was in 2020.
And him and Richard took that picture in 2021. So yeah, he probably followed Richard down into Texas.
Uh
You know
huh.
he got to be with his boo.
like I
His
said,
boo
I didn't
thing.
invite him to my daughter's birthday party. He popped up there talking about the feds was after him. And
Pause.
then when I asked him what the fuck did the feds say, he didn't tell.
How would he even know where the birthday party was unless you invited him?
Right. Because he
Message.
was out in Katy.
Exactly. How would he know where your daughter's birthday party was? Unless somebody who was a part of the party invited him. And you the
Mm-hmm.
only one that know him, other than Camille. And I'm pretty sure Camille wasn't there.
Yep. But everybody and their mama was at that house in Katy at one time. He just had people going in and out, in and out.
Tell me. So I said, well, nigga, don't run over here talking about you want to talk to me
Probably
about
is
what
an informant.
the feds came to your house if you don't have no details of what the fuck they allegedly saying to you.
That's
Right or wrong?
right.
Okay. So like I said, he popped up. Somebody said I should have snitched on his ass for
He
that gun.
said,
I should have snitched on his ass for that gun. I should have snitched on
You
him and
could
Jay
have
Mills for that
tried.
gun. But like I said, his ass going to jail now. Because I'm gonna tell him everything is after. I'm gonna start from 6th grade with Margarita Pena and come all the way up to today. But like I said, I don't
See?
give a fuck what
Pause.
Richard tell you. Just like when I was in Atlanta and I did that song and Jay Mills
Pause.
was
Remember when he earlier when we watched the live, he said he met Richard because he was on the block with Boo Boo
Yeah,
or
but
whatever.
it was in middle school because they was fussing over that girl, Margarita Pena.
Margarita Pena. Yeah. So you just flip flop. You literally just flip flop. You said you met Richard in the same exact live. Like
Yeah,
5 minutes, literally five
basically,
five
Mr.
minutes before he
Knowledge.
says this. Literally
Well,
5 minutes before
I'm
he says
tired of
what he just
you.
said now. He said why he said he met Richard because he was getting money. And Richard saw him getting money and he wanted to be down with it. But you just brought up the story about Margarita Pena. And you said that's how you met Richard. Because in
Right.
sixth grade,
He
Margarita
got
Pena
mad
liked
because
you.
Margarita wanted Richard. He
No,
like
he
she
said
liked him until Richard came along or some shit like
no, he
that.
said no, he said Marguerite Pena liked it Richard until he came along and Richard got jealous and he told Boo Boo Bishop, that was his name. And he told him he wanted to fight and Richard didn't want to fight, apparently allegedly.
Just a damn shame.
Yeah, he was on the
Whole
block with Boo
grown
Boo.
ass man up here telling lies.
He was on the block with Doo Doo Brown and Boo Boo Bishop. You can go ahead.
This is just ridiculous, yo.
He said he
was
needs
there.
those lie
I
detectors
didn't tell
because
Jay Mills to meet me
he
in
be getting
Atlanta.
electrocuted
That
all
nigga
day.
coincidentally popped up. So my main thing is this: if you ever see me with anybody from Guilford, they are coincidentally popping up at my events to where I'm at, or my baby mother is telling them where I'm at and they coming around. But if the FBI go through
You
my
haven't done
phone,
an event in 2 years.
which I invite them to do,
More than that.
you would never see me
The
messaging this
Facts.
last
nigga
one
telling this nigga to
canceled,
come near
remember?
me. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And if you do see me messaging them, I'm gonna say that it's my baby mother's doing it while I'm asleep because Richard know I don't fuck with him because
But
I
how they
cut
getting
him
in
off in
Pause.
your house?
2011 when
Pause.
he ran them white people over.
He said, if you do see me message them,
It's my baby
it's my
mama's
baby
doing
moms
it.
while I'm asleep. No,
But
it's
how they
you,
getting in the
nigga.
house?
But listen, the crazy thing, yeah, that too. The crazy thing about it is when you want to claim that he was taunting you, that's when you say you was messaging him. But now you saying that it was your baby mom's message.
Baby mama did it. Mm-hmm.
But when you want to use them text messages as evidence that he allegedly drugged you, those text
Allegedly.
messages came from you. But now all of a sudden you never messaged him. Nigga,
That's that
you
convenient
full of shit.
amnesia right there. Just don't remember what you don't want to.
Yeah, he got selective memory.
Yeah, that's why I was telling y'all to read through the line. Richard basically saying, yeah, we was cool before, but we ain't never gonna be cool no more. We need to quit all that damn lying.
Fact. And shout out to Jenny, because
And, that,
Jenny the one
and
who
this woman
found the
named
TikTok.
Muffin Car.
Mm-hmm.
And Richard noticed. And Ashley Thompson noticed. And the reason that I used to live with Ashley Thompson on Delavan and Carl is because I did not trust
How you living with a minor?
I don't know. I was going to say, you living with a 13-year-old?
my house in the Perrys because Richard had a key to it because his mama was the one that got it for me. And he kept hiding guns in my house and not telling me. Remember when I told you that? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I don't fuck with Richard and I never fucked with Camille on that level. So how the fuck is both of them speaking on my behalf when both of them don't really even know me like that? Right. Richard know me from selling weed and busting my gun.
Nigga, stop lying.
That's what he
But
know me from.
pause.
For maybe
But y'all don't need, you don't know him like that. But you was around him enough to know this nigga entire life story.
The whole
But y'all don't
thing.
know him. But you don't know him like that. You know, y'all don't know each other like
Mm-hmm.
that. Bro, you're full of shit. How can you sit there and tell somebody like that's just like me telling your life story and then being like, I don't know him like that. Yeah, right. My Aunt Nation. But that's just like me telling your whole life story and be like, yeah, Trixie was born here and she grew up there and she had a life of doing this and she committed this crime back in 1990 and from 1990 she did this with her life. But I don't know her like
Right.
that. Bro, what the fuck? You just told the nigga life
Whole
story and
time
every crime
sitting
this
in the corner looking like this.
you know every crime this man committed his whole entire fucking life, bro. You can go ahead.
Okie dokie.
Maybe 2 summers. That nigga don't know me from my whole life.
Right.
Okay. So like I said, anything that I do, he keep popping up. And then like I said, I did an event in Buffalo at a YMCA, and that nigga told me he came out of jail. He probably lied. Like I said, it probably was a lie. But he told me he was fucked up and he just got out of jail and he needed some money and he was trying to change his life. I said, Richard, if you really genuinely trying to change your life, I said, Richard, if you really genuinely trying to change your life, I will let you do an event with me and I'll split the money with you so you don't got to do nothing illegal in the streets. And when I went to do the event at the YMCA, and I'm not being racist.
He mixing the timelines again.
Yep. I was ready to say the same thing. Timeline blending.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just stating a race. It was a white police sergeant who came up to the YMCA and he
Why
straight
does it
told me,
matter
because
if they're
remember, I
white?
told you every event
Why
that
can't
I
he
did,
just
I
be a
got
police
permission from
sergeant?
parole. And he told me, he said, the only reason we gonna stop you, I tried to bring N1 to Buffalo, New York. And he said, the police told me, the sergeant told me, he said, the only reason we not
Pause.
gonna let you do this event is because of Richard Booz.
Pause. He said you try to bring N1. N1 stopped in like 2000. Like it was like what did N1 stop? It was before I got to high school. I'll tell you that. I got to high school in 2005. N1 was done. N1 was
Yeah.
done. Is that BB King on your?
Yes.
That's my nigga. But N1 was done by the time you became Young Pharaoh, bro. Where was you? Where was you? N1 is a professor, literally now.
Starting there fucking with him, talking about Richard Boo's
And I
coming
and
for
I ain't
you.
say nothing else. I ain't tell the police shit Richard did. All of the times I've been in parole, I ain't never told him shit I seen Richard do when I was a kid. All I did was say okay,
All
and
that
the
shit.
event got canceled, and I
Stop
left the
giving
nigga alone.
limitations.
Plus, he beat the shit out of his girlfriend on Instagram Live. He beat the shit out of his baby mama Lily on Instagram Live.
No, you did that.
Yup.
So, like I
You
said,
only
Richard
want to
keep
beat your
forcing himself in
girlfriend
my
up in
life,
front of everybody.
and Camille keep forcing himself in my life, and then acting like we cool. We are not cool, and I don't want to be around them. Don't you understand me saying this to you?
Pause.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the woman named Jocelyn McIntyre, who keep trying to bring them in my
Yeah, I
life.
saw a guy sick that video. Got a second
Mm-hmm.
that definitely ate his ass up. But Camille doesn't have to
See,
force her
it's
way
got
into your life.
right.
You're
It's got to
forcing
be
your way back into
somebody
hers.
issue, but he. It's got to be everybody issue, but his. They got to have the issue, not him.
Yeah, guy Sekmet dropped a live stream the other day.
Uh huh.
But I didn't watch the whole thing, so I don't think she addressed the part about him accusing her of drugging. Because I
I'm
did,
here
I
at
remember
this
she did a
point.
live. Hold
This
on, I
man
remember she
like
did a
drug.
live, and I was in the live, and I told her that a while ago, and she was like, "It couldn't have been me." And she played the video, and I was like, yo, here go the video right here where he literally says you drugged him." And then she went in on him, and she never said anything after that. But now that he's going around saying it again, She dropped another video, but I don't know if she's talking about it. But I know she was in there chewing him up. I watched the first 5 minutes of it. You can go ahead.
Say how the orange head dirty.
That's not my
Oh
real
no.
family. And I don't fuck with her
But
because they used to, I
debate.
told you, remember when I told you they kicked me out? Remember I told you
That
what my
arm
family
twitch is
used to kick me
annoying.
out and beat me as a kid? And I told you my this other nigga named my mom McIntyre. Remember I told you he beat me one time with a hockey stick and beat all the skin off my leg?
Pause.
And remember I told you when I first went to a max when I was 16, it was because
Usually when people abuse kids or abuse other people, they're taking their aggressions out on. They don't kick them out because they don't kick. They usually don't kick out their punching bag.
But then they ain't they punching bag no more.
Exactly. I've never heard of a person abusing someone and kicking them out. It just don't work that way. Either they kick you out or they abuse you. It's never both. I mean, in some cases it could be, but I strongly doubt it would be in his. And if he beat you with a hockey stick until you bled,
Till your calves
where are the
bleed.
scars? Where are the scars? 'Cause I've seen people that got hit with hockey sticks.
Yeah, that's some serious hurtage.
Exactly. If he beat you
I
with a
got
hockey stick,
snuffed
you wouldn't be
Oh
walking
my
right.
bad.
No, go ahead.
and then I said I got snuffed by a grown ass man, then he called 911 on me. This is the same person. And these are the same people. And then remember when I told you I was a kid and
Smoke
I got it. Remember I
repo.
told you I was adopted as a kid, and he was these other two kids that was adopted with me named Renee and Justin. And my two, like I said, they're not my real cousins, but I say my cousins. Remember I told you my real cousins used to rape Renee and Justin in the house? This is Jocelyn McIntyre kids. So I said to say, I don't fuck with none
Pause.
of them. I don't fuck with none of them. You feel what I'm saying? I don't fuck with
Everybody
none of them.
around him is just everybody around him is just molesting and stealing and raping like hotcakes. Everybody around him is drugging, stealing, and raping. You
Right.
need to change your circle, bro. Hey, Buffalo, what's going on? What y'all got going on out there? Y'all niggas is doing a lot of R wording out there, according to Pharaoh. But you go ahead.
Them. And the reason I don't fuck with my family or fuck with Richard or none of them is because they be robbing people and they be raping people. And I can name every female in the world that Richard has ever abused and raped. And we can start with this girl named Raquel off Guilford because the two people from Guilford that I was the closest to was Fred Finch and this girl named Raquel. And I remember I told you me and Richard fell
Rockwell.
out because he used to keep trying to get me to run trains on Raquel and fuck Raquel. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
where's
nigga,
fucking Gotham
I
City?
don't run
Pause,
trains on
pause.
bitches, and I'm pretty sure
Rockwell, Dolores,
Mhm.
Chardonnay.
Strip
Bro,
club.
these are the weirdest names I've ever heard in
Um,
my life.
yeah, that's about the only truth to it. Smoke reloaded. He did have a vehicular homicide or whatnot. Richard did, but
Oh yeah.
the rest
We
of the
saw the
shit is
article about it.
yeah. Here we go into the
Yeah, I thought
chip.
it was
Hey,
Dolores too.
hey Mackie,
I thought it
the
was
name
Dolores too.
change and the story don't stay the same neither.
Nope.
Raquel don't want y'all running trains on her. Y'all probably raping her. Remember when I told you this? Okay, so now here's the thing. What you call it? Here's the
But if you
thing.
told her that shit already,
Here's the
why are you
thing.
telling her again? And your arm
What you
twitching
call
like a
it? Here's the
motherfucker.
thing.
Lying.
Why the fuck? Why the fuck? You feel what I'm saying? Would my son's mom choose to hang with a nigga that is a known rapist and a thief? Okay. So, like I said, I have been being drugged. Remember when I told you I have been being drugged since I lived in Buffalo and I've been complaining about it, but I haven't gotten any help? because my baby mothers is blocking me in because they families is
That's a
Freemason and the
fact, Jenny.
police, and they keep calling me a white boy.
Mhm.
Okay, here we go. And so I said to say this. Uh
What turned
Richard
into
posted
pig
a
feed
video.
off the peanut? I done forgot. Shit, fuck you.
Of you, Camille, and him driving in the car and you cracking jokes. Camille was in the
Oh yeah, bro. I'm gonna have to step away
Look, they
from my
saying
computer
something about
for a
the
few
video.
minutes.
Hold on, you heard them? They saying something to him about the video
Uh-huh.
that we just played.
Richard posted a video with you, Camille, and him driving in a car and you cracking jokes. Camille was in the back seat filming. He said that is evidence of you capping.
That is.
It is, yeah.
back seat. Do you know how many years ago that video is from? That video is from before I went to jail.
No, it wasn't. It was from
He
Why would
said
you
he
post a
didn't
video?
2021.
fuck with. No, that one was all you can look at him and tell because he got that little feet from. He got that M nasty look about the face.
It was in
You know, no facial
2021, nigga.
hair.
What are you talking about?
I
But go
think that
ahead.
one was older. There was a couple of videos on there, but it was old. I think they said it was either from 2000. I think they said it was from 2011. That video with them in the car.
Video from 2010 to 2011 and try to act like that means something.
But
Right or
remember,
wrong?
that's still proof because he
Me?
said he wasn't fucking with Camille like that before he went to jail. And that would have been before he went to jail.
Fact. Kenny Horse, peace and welcome.
Richard and Camille have never been in the
I'm
same
gonna step away
vehicle
from the
since
computer for a few minutes.
2010,
I'll be right back.
2011. And if we
That's a
was,
goddamn lie.
I'm
The
gonna tell
video was
y'all the same thing I'm telling
2021.
her. I've been being basically
Pause.
drugged and body snatched. I've been being
Pause.
drugged and body snatched. So if you see me in the car with Richard
Pause it,
after I
sis.
got out of jail, I'm gonna tell you right now, they drugged me and put me in the car. Because me, Richard,
Pause.
and Camille have never been in the same place at the same time since I
Oh yeah,
got the
she said
fuck
the
out
rape.
of jail,
How they
at
drugged
least
you?
to
You
my
was driving.
knowledge.
You was driving. You can't be drugged driving. That makes no sense.
Okay,
And nigga,
okay.
you was in
And
the
I put
car
and
with
I
him
put that and I put this and I put all
2021.
of that and I put all of that. Somebody said the video was in 2012.
No, J
It
Mills don't
couldn't have
hang
been in
with dirt.
2012.
He took
But
one
even if
picture
it
with him.
was in 2012, or somebody said 2011, I'm about to say, even if it was in 2012, it was before I went to jail for his
It was
gun,
in
for him and Jaquan
2021.
Mills' gun. Yeah, it was
You
from
had you was
2011.
in your
But the point
Ferrari.
I'm trying to make is this.
You was in the
Um,
Corvette, nigga.
the point I'm trying to make is this.
No, yeah, you did. You
Whatchamacallit?
sleeping on there. You sleeping over here.
Damn, I just lost my train of thought trying to respond to these comments. But the point I'm trying to make is this. I don't understand why people keep trying to lie and associate themselves with me. And when I got, like I said, I never stitched on. Oh, yeah, this is the point I was about to make. Before I left Buffalo to move to Houston, I threw a party bus on Sherman. Do you know who did not get on my party bus? My baby mama and Richard Booz. So if I fuck with y'all and we all fuck with each other, why would you not come get on my party bus?
Right.
I threw a
Because
stripper party for one of my birthdays in Buffalo. Do you
they
know
probably
who
wasn't
didn't? Do you know
around.
who wasn't invited and who didn't
Richard
come?
was in jail.
My son, mom, and Richard Booz. I threw a stripper party right on Sherman. So my main thing is this: I've been riding all through Buffalo, and I've been whatchamacallit, driving all through Buffalo, and everybody has seen me, but you've never seen me with my son, mom, and you've never seen me with Richard Booz.
Y'all driving through
Okay,
Buffalo in a
then. So my
goddamn
thing is this:
video.
I don't know what the fuck they got going on in their life. Just like when I went to jail, I didn't know what the fuck they had going on in their life. All I
And
know is
Richard Booz
whatever the
wasn't in
fuck
the
they
party
doing in
bus
the
because he
streets,
was in jail.
whenever they about to go down or get in some trouble, they come around me and try to pin that shit on me. Okay, then, like I said, somebody said, why would you take a pic with him in 2021 if you had hatred for him throwing your life away? I believe the picture you're talking about is at my daughter's birthday. Listen to what I'm telling y'all. When I went to jail for that gun, I did not realize I was being set up. The way that I viewed it was, this nigga took off running. The police asked me who gun it was. I told him I don't wear a badge. That's your job, not mine. They said, since you want to be a smart ass, we charging you. And I held it down. I cut the nigga off. It's the same reason I cleared my animosity from my mother raping me as a kid. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I got
He
out of
said it.
jail. I changed my
He said
life
his
and I
mom
started
R-worded
getting money. I didn't give a fuck what the fuck they was doing with their lives. All I know is this nigga popped up at my baby at my daughter's birthday party talking about he getting chased by the feds. I asked the nigga what happened. He didn't tell me what happened, and we took a picture because it's my daughter's birthday. But my thing is this:
Stop lying.
just because I took a picture with you does not mean I fuck with you, right or wrong.
Why would you take
Okay,
a
it
picture
does
with
not
somebody
mean I
you
know
don't fuck
you.
with?
It does not mean I'm communicating with you. So the point I'm trying to make
How
is
do you
this:
not know somebody you know his whole
the
life story?
same way that I was not talking to Camille and Richard, and I was living on Delavan and Carl with Ashley Thompson, and then one day this nigga popped up in my life, and I went to jail, is the same way I haven't been dealing with this nigga all of these years that I've been out of jail, and he popped up at my goddamn daughter's
I'm
birthday
back.
party, and all of a sudden now I'm
Pause it.
drugged in Houston, and I'm in jail for some shit I didn't do again. So I said to say this.
I'm back.
Okay, so how was they drugging? First of all, the video that's in question was in 2021. Second of all, we know it was after 2011 because you were in your Corvette with the hieroglyphs. Secondly, Richard wasn't on the party bus because he was in jail. He popped back up because he was in jail. And you just fucked your own story up because you said Richard popped back up and all of a sudden you drugged in Texas. So Richard was in jail before you left Buffalo. How was he putting Camille up to drugging you then? How was he a part of that then? If you were being drugged for years, how was Richard a part of it when he didn't get out of jail and reconnect with you until 2021? You just blew your own story out the water.
He just can't take basically to the point where he will lie to stop from having to take accountability.
Exactly. You just fucked your own story up. You always fucking your own story up with your own damn lies.
Like for him to be so spiritual, the first thing you don't do is let everybody know where you lay your head at night, where you eat your meals at, where you cleanse your body. You're just dumb.
I, through
Fact.
meditation and through Buddhism,
He just said his
had
mom raped him.
already released any negative feelings that I have
No,
towards anybody in my life in my childhood. I changed my life, and I stayed away from the streets because I wasn't in the streets before I went. The point is this: I don't know why this nigga keep popping up around me because I don't know what the fuck he got going on, and that is genuine. I don't know how he's making his money. I don't know what he's doing with his life. I'm not in his business, and I don't know what the fuck Camille might have told Golden, but whenever I used to leave my house at night, I went to my cousin Tech house. I never went on Guilford. Nobody has never seen me on Guilford. You would never see my car parked on Guilford. I've never been on Guilford. I only
You
go on
did your
Sherman
music videos
to
on
see my
Guilford.
cousin
I
or
told
fuck
you
with
he said
Yana,
he wasn't
and
from
I go
Guilford.
home. I have never.
Remember, because he
So
said he
who's
was. They never call him Little Fee for Guilford.
uh huh? So who the fuck is the little feet from the G and all your mixtapes? Because that's who you was rapping. I'm from Guilford and Shadydale. Yeah, let's get it. Uh huh. You remember that? It's little feet from the G. Yeah, let's get it.
Just
Uh
a
huh.
hot, steaming mess. Pitiful.
Went and hung and chilled with Richard. Maybe one time this nigga called me to play chess or some shit like that on his street called Strauss. I've never hung with the niggas from Guilford. I've never whatchamacallit. Why I don't call him Ace? I don't know. I called the nigga Richard. Like I said, that's what I called the nigga. Richard.
Oh, he got mad by that.
I called the nigga Richard for the same reason probably he called me Fee. Same reason nigga don't call me Pharaoh. Like I said, the nigga name is Richard. But long story short, I don't know what the fuck that man got going on in his life. All I know is he keep popping up in minds. And every time he keep popping up in my life, I go to jail. And all I know is that my son's mom has been taking my money and giving it to this man behind my back. Right or wrong.
Why you
I will
think
call his
now?
phone right
Whole
now on
pause.
live. I will call his phone right now on live.
Pause. Now I know why you saying you're accusing him of taking your money because that nigga dripping right now.
Mm-hmm. And he mad because he ain't got no money. Just sad and pitiful. Sad and pitiful.
That nigga dripping like a motherfucker right now. Two thick gold chains around his neck, and and he had to sell his jewelry, so he butthurt about that. He stole my money.
Don't take that
I
to
told
say
you,
that.
Because we
but
can
didn't I
ask
say that?
him, what did the feds
Yeah, you
come
said
talk to
Didn't
that.
I
him
say
about
that? I said
when he
Richard
popped up at
Steele
my
or somebody got
daughter's
something
birthday
new
that he
or
was
something
not
that he
invited
want.
to? Because I never invited him to my daughter's birthday party. And
You
the
obviously
feds could go
did.
through my phone and see that. He was never invited. Anywhere that you've seen me in the street and there's been somebody from Guilford there, they was already there before I got there,
Pause
or
it
they
real quick.
popped
I
up
just gotta
there.
say something. Let's just get this out the way. You only keep saying this ask the feds shit because you know the feds ain't really gonna look at it.
And who the
Let's
hell
just
gonna
stop
go
with
ask
this.
the feds?
Yeah, let's just start with this shit. With the you can go see my jail records and you can go down there and do my jail calls and you can ask the feds and say, come on, bro, you know none of this shit is gonna happen and that's the only reason why you're offering.
It'd be funny one
That's
day
all
if
I wanted
somebody
to say.
did pull this shit out. Since you told us to, I went and got the Freedom of Information Act and shit.
Look at
Yeah.
Deontay. Deontay says, wait, is Richard is Ace your old bodyguard? No, my bodyguard name is Ace, and Richard going to his name in the street is Ace. Like I said, I don't
The
have his
thing is,
number. I don't have his
wait, you
number
just
to
said
call
you
him.
were calling right now.
I don't have his number to call
Pause
him.
it.
All I know is the last time I talked
Yeah,
to
he
Richard,
said that.
Go back 30 a minute or two. He literally just said, "I call him right now on live."
Yeah, he did say that.
this nigga called me to play chess or some shit like that on his street called Strauss. I've never hung with the niggas from Guilford. I've never
I thought
whatchamacallit.
you
Why
pressed
I don't
all
call
over
him
him.
Ace. I don't know. I called the nigga Richard. Like I said, that's what I called the nigga. Richard. I called the nigga Richard for the same reason probably he called me Fee. Same reason nigga don't call me Pharaoh. Like I said, the nigga name is Richard. But long story short, I don't know what the fuck that man got going on in his life. All I know is
You
he keep
obviously
popping
do.
up in minds. And every time he keep popping up in my life, I go to jail. And
You know
all I
what's
know is that
crazy?
my son's mom has
Pause.
been taking
You
my
know what's
money
crazy?
and giving it to this man.
What?
The nigga could tell the nigga whole life story and then be like, I don't know this man, and like, how can you? I don't get it.
Cause he crazy.
And try to distance yourself. I never hung with these niggas, and but you know these niggas' whole life stories, and then
Every
I don't
last
get it. You can tell a nigga whole the detail of his birth, what time, date
giving
he was born,
giving whole origin stories on motherfuckers.
exactly. But you don't know him like that. You can go ahead.
Man behind my back. Right or wrong. I will call his phone right now on live. I will call his phone right now on live because we can ask him, What did the feds come talk to him about when he popped up at my daughter's birthday that he was not
Told you.
invited to?
He
Because I
said,
never
I will
invited
call
him
him
to
right
my
now
daughter's
on live.
birthday party.
No,
And the
that's what he
feds
said
can go
next.
through my phone and see that. He was never invited. Anywhere that you've seen me in the street and there's been somebody from Guilford there, they was already there before I got there, or they popped up there. Look at Deontay. Deontay says, wait, is Richard is Ace your old bodyguard? No, my bodyguard name is Ace, and
Are you
Richard
getting
going
mad
to
at people
his
for
name
being
in the street
confused?
is Ace. Like I said, I
You
don't
talking to
have
me?
his number. I don't have his number to call him. I
Nigga.
don't have his
So what the
number to
fuck
call.
would you say you were
All I know
calling
is the
for?
last time I talked to Richard, I told that nigga to give me the fair ones because I heard he was popping shit. And he said, oh, you gonna try to fight me while I'm handicapped? And I said, nigga, I never tried to fight nobody in my life that was handicapped. And I told him, I
Pause.
said, if you handicapped, why the fuck is you talking shit? And
When did
Pause.
Richard
Pause it.
become
You
handicapped?
literally tried. You literally just said you asked him to hand him a fair one. Then he allegedly
Mm.
said you gonna fight the handicap. I never in my life tried to fight the handicap. Nigga, you just challenged the handicap man to a fight. Allegedly. And
I think he meant
bro, you
temporarily handicapped, but still.
you are full of shit.
Hmm. That I
Everybody
agree.
just be backing down from a fight. But you know what's crazy? When it comes to fighting me,
Mm.
you keep saying you're not gonna fight nobody in the ring for clout, but you wanna fight Richard. But you wanna fight Golden Beauty. But you wanna fight Guy Sayana.
It's pitiful.
acting like you hard, and I'm not even saying nothing to you. And you know you ain't wanted to fight me since 6th grade. You never fought me. You never gave me. We first of all, we've never fought. But nigga, you know since 6th grade, you never wanted to fight me. And he was like, "Oh, I ain't say that. D Money said that." So I said, "Call D Money on the phone right now." And I called D Money on the phone, and Dante was like, "Oh, I ain't say that. You know what I'm saying? Richard said it." And I said, "Nigga, I told them niggas, I said we are too grown for the he say she say." And I told them niggas, I said I'm in school for private investigation. I'm out here working with the damn the patriotic entities of the white community. I'm out here dealing with the CIA. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nigga, I don't have time for the street shit y'all niggas keep trying to get me in. So I told the nigga, if you don't want to give me the fair one, stop talking to me. I don't care if he don't want no problems. He got them now. Because I just found out that Prano hid the paperwork. He brought home some rats. And Richard has been stealing my money through my baby mamas. So Richard might not have wanted no problems, but he got them now because he came over here looking for him from somebody who don't even want to deal with the
Yeah,
nigga and
you
ain't wanted to
saying
deal
Richard's
with the
stealing
nigga
your
from
money because
2011,
Richard
right
dripping.
or wrong. So how you gonna say you don't want some problems when you've been
That arm
secretly
twitch is
robbing me for my
bothering me.
money all of these years and they're acting like I gave you permission or acting like we cool when in reality we not cool because I don't fuck with you and I've never hung with you and I don't hang with my baby mama or fuck with my baby mama like that.
Pause.
Okay, so like I said,
Bro, your excuses are fucking dumb. You get
Yeah.
caught red-handed hanging with this nigga and you say they drugged you and body snatched you, bro. You were driving the fucking car. There's no way you were drugged and body snatched, but driving the car. Laughing, ha ha ha, kiki, joking. And that was a genuine smile that you had in that picture with Richard. And you had how you never hung with a nigga, but he put up more than one picture. And the pictures that he put up that other than the one at that birthday party were older pictures. Y'all were the best of friends, nigga. Stop fucking lying. Y'all were best fucking friends. There was a post on your fucking Twitter saying you still love him. That's your brother.
Right.
How you call somebody your brother that you never hung with? Because we can definitely pull up that post. The post is still on the video. We can definitely. Well, I'm gonna screenshot it. I'm gonna screenshot it because you definitely was calling that nigga your brother, saying you still love him, but now you never hung with him. I ain't never see somebody say they love somebody and call me brother that they never hung with and they don't know. And then your excuse for driving in a car in Buffalo around them is that they body snatched you. First you said the video was from 2012, 2010. Well, that's bullshit because you're driving your Corvette with the hieroglyphs. You had that way after. You got that in 2020, 2021. Number two, I never seen somebody drug drive. I never seen somebody that was body. If they drugged you and body snatched you, why the fuck would they put you in the driver's seat? That's what I don't get. How many people going to drug somebody and then tell them to drive the car with you in it? Hmm? Sis, you there?
I ain't
You
never
ever you
seen
ever
my
do that?
nope.
I've never seen somebody drug somebody and then be like, "Hey, give me a ride. Let's drive around. Let's drive around Buffalo, joyriding.
Nah,
You
good on
drive,
that.
drug him, and then drive around Buffalo and let him drive. Come on, bro. What sense does that make?
None.
You don't even remember the video. I don't think he realized he was in the video driving. I don't think he realized that. You can go ahead.
It is what it is. Like I said, whatever the fuck Richard been doing behind my back all of these years, I have no clue. I couldn't tell you because I haven't hung with the nigga. And anytime y'all have ever seen anybody from Guilford at any of my events or anywhere I've been in public, I swear to God, they was already there or they popped up. I was in Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta right now. I was down here in Atlanta one time. I seen Jay Mills. We shot a video called What You Mean. I didn't plan that. I never planned that video. I was already down here doing another event, and the nigga came down here to my event. And he was like, yo, I got a song. Let's shoot a song. So I was like, cool. And we did a song and we shot the video.
Wait, you
But my
did a
thing is
song
this.
and then shot the
These
video?
people are
You know how
That's
long
what he
it takes to
said.
make a song and shoot a video? You're not doing that shit all in one day.
Nah, it's too much for one day.
So y'all must have got together, made plans, because you don't just up and make a video and a song. You can't make a song and then film the video right then and there. First of all, you gotta come up with a concept for the song. Then you gotta write the song. Then you gotta record the song. Then you gotta come up with a concept for the video. You gotta find somebody to record the video. There's no way you're doing that all in one day. Especially if it was random, unexpected, not planned. I've never. Come on, bro. Your stories never hold water or make sense.
No sense.
are popping up in my life uninvited. I'm not inviting them in my life. All I know is this. When me and Yogini stopped talking, I told Golden to go home because I didn't want her. You feel me? And Golden said she didn't want to go home because her parents is abusive, and she said her father be beating her, and he used to put her face in the the dirty dishwasher when she was washing the dishwasher. And she said one time she was coming home from school and her father punched her in the face in front of everybody and bust her nose, and he embarrassed her. Then she said her mother used to be she said her mother was so abusive that her brother ran away, and when her brother ran away, her mother and her father used to jump her in the house.
Wow,
So I said,
bro.
okay.
Pause.
So I told her, I said,
First time you told this story, it was just the dishwater. Now, second time you told the story, it evolved into the dishwater and the punch in the face. Now it's evolved to the dishwater, punch in the face, and her mom and her dad jumping. I wonder what it's going to be next. Next, you're going to say they shot her in the face.
I
but the
lay
scar,
anything is possible.
but the scar disappeared.
What you call it?
Yes, you gonna say they shot her in the face with a
Golden said
magic
she was
bullet?
protecting me from random people popping up in my life. Maybe she was the one popping them up in my life, because how the fuck was they popping up in my life?
Because you were inviting them.
You feel me? So I say, yo. So from that point on, you feel me? So I said, yo. So from that point on, right? I said, yo, J Mills, please do not act hard, because you already got your ass whooped by BDB. Like I said, please don't act hard. Because you, nigga, you be fucking trannies. Like I said, J Mills, I will expose you. And you be burning. And you dirty. And you
Pause.
dirty. And you not a real street nigga. Like I said, nigga, you could
Pause.
join all y'all niggas.
So let me get this straight. You was hanging around niggas who allegedly got fucked in the
Oh
butt.
wait, the dude in
Fuck
the
with trannies.
look, the highlighted comment.
Hold,
He
hold on, sis,
say
before you make me
nobody.
forget. Hold on, before you make me forget. So you was hanging around niggas that was gay, that was having gay activities. Because you described Richard as doing gay shit, Jay Mills is doing gay shit, and everybody around him doing gay shit, but you was around these niggas. You was hanging with these niggas. You wouldn't know these niggas. They wouldn't be associated with you if you wasn't a part of the group. But you can go ahead. I just wanted to point that out.
Jay Mills in the comments said nobody. We don't bang with you back here. You not allowed back here. We don't speak on you, so don't speak on us. And that's why
Oh,
he ran.
Jay Mills
Hmm.
is in the comments saying that right now?
Yeah, that's the one that's highlighted on the screen.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I ain't got my glasses on. My bad. Oh,
Say
shit. It
no
do say that.
problem.
It do say that. But like I said,
Mhm.
that's why he was talking directly to him. But even if this was true, you was around them niggas. So what the fuck was you doing that you know all this shit?
Right.
Hmm?
Just zesty than a motherfucker.
Niggas could
How you
jump on
know
my
they
live. We
fucking
could talk
trannies?
about how that was your gun. And we could talk about how y'all used to rape Raquel on Guilford. Let's talk about how y'all used to rape Raquel on Guilford and why I really
Who the
stopped
fuck
hanging.
is Rockwell?
Let's talk about that. But long story short, Golden said she didn't want to go home because her family was abusive. So I said, cool.
Now Jay Mills
Uh,
is
said,
R wording
cool.
people too.
I said, cool. You could come hang with me. You feel me?
Yo, Paul,
You
I
feel me? I
wouldn't be
said, you could
surprised
rock with me. But
if
like I
he
said,
say, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he says that I drugged him, or I'm R wording people, or I'm gay, or if he ever decides to speak on me, I guarantee you these are going to be some of the things he says, because he can't. He's not creative. He uses the same story for everybody and the same excuses. So if he ever decides to speak on me or respond to me, I guarantee you some of the things everything that he's saying about Jay Mills and Richard Booz and his baby moms, I guarantee you he's gonna say about me. Even though I got some coochie laying next to me right now with my kids.
other than that, um, I don't know what
Go
to
ahead.
tell you.
Oh
Like I
yeah,
said, I
he paused.
don't know who the fuck keep bringing these motherfuckers around. But long story short, I don't know. And like I said, niggas getting scared now because the truth coming out. But like I said, let's talk about why I really stopped hanging with y'all, because y'all kept robbing bitches for their earrings and taking them to King City, and because y'all used to rape bitches and y'all used to rape Raquel. Let's talk about Raquel. Like I said, why don't nobody want to talk about Raquel on Guilford?
Who the fuck is
And let's talk
Raquel?
about how Richard Booz is the one that really killed Dan Bop, but he told Dante Cobo to take the charge.
Bro,
And let's talk about how little Sambo Rambo went to jail for Richard Gunn, and he told Sambo to take the charge because he's young. So this is what Richard Booz does. Like I said, this is why I don't come around Richard, because he go
bro,
around people that's younger than him and he commit crimes, and then he tell
you's a
them to take
stone
the
cold
charge,
snitch.
talking about they gonna get their YO, and
Check
they don't
this
never
out.
get
You's a
their
snitch.
YO, and they end up going to jail. Right
You's
or
a stone
wrong?
cold snitch.
That's wrong. Okay, so like I said, I never said nothing all of these years because I just got away from the nigga. Because like I said, I never was from Guilford anyway. It wasn't my business to speak on. I
Pause.
only
You
be on
never
Guilford
pause it, sis.
because I was hustling.
You never said nothing all these years because you just made this shit up, and you just admitted that you was making this shit up as you go. You're making this shit up, bro, and you know you are. You making this shit up because last time you said Richard Blues took a made somebody Dante take the charge. It was a different name.
Mm-hmm.
It was a different name, and then
So who's like ghost around this month?
yeah. Richard Blues. I mean Jay Mills hit the link. If anybody from Buffalo that he talking about, y'all want to tell y'all side of the story? Hit the link. Hit the link. Go ahead.
And my nigga Fred Finch was hustling. You feel me?
Oh
That's how
yeah,
the
it was
fuck
a
I got
different
on
name.
Guilford. But like I said, if niggas want to get on live right now and talk about it, I will gladly tell everything that I ever seen. Like I said, I'm telling you right now on the phone, I'm 30 years old. I never in my life spoke on anything that I seen on Guilford because if I did, obviously them niggas would have been in jail, right or wrong. Now we about to speak
You've
on it.
been speaking
And
on it for a year.
I used to rape Raquel. We're
You've
gonna
been
start.
telling that nigga on
I
it
used to
for a
rob
year.
niggas on Bailey and take their earrings to King City and pawn them, and we're gonna keep going. And now I'm gonna tell everything that I ever seen. And this is gonna prove that I don't fuck with you, because this is why I don't fuck with you.
How does you
And
dry
Bitcoin
snitching
sure
prove
better
that
not
you don't
lie
fuck
about
with him?
them raping Raquel. You better not
Pause.
lie about y'all raping Raquel. Y'all used to.
This is the man that claims he's the number one attorney. And look at his proof and everything. He said, I'm gonna tell everything that I've ever seen you do. And that proves that I don't fuck with you. How? Sway, how? How does you telling their whole life story prove that they don't fuck with you? Just like you just try to present your fake evidence that Camille didn't hold you down. All you gotta do is just not show the letters. Come on, bro. But he's the number one attorney though. But look at the evidence he's always presenting. So imagine the shit he presented in court.
The misspelled PowerPoints, and that's why the judge beat
Uh-huh.
his ass.
That's another thing I forgot to mention the other day. That's how you know Storm was trying to get chose and fucked because he pulled out the agreement and Storm looked at it hard and did not notice that the whole title was misspelled. Look right past it. You know
Yeah, that's what
why?
he had learned,
Because
bro.
he was focused on getting them yanks clapped. He didn't care. I'm gonna get this Zaddy.
It's only a handful of reasons. I can give you that.
Mm-hmm. You can go ahead.
Rape Raquel at Mini House on High, and y'all used to rape Raquel at the Martin Luther King Park. And me and Richard used to whatchamacallit, the last time we argued
Wait.
about this, the nigga tried to say, because like I said, I be
So
in
they just raping women multiple times and nobody's calling the cops. Nobody.
Ain't nobody called, bro.
Nobody. They just raping like hotcakes out there. Not one of these victims called the cops.
Not a name.
Look at these. Harvey Weinstein.
I don't even know, bro.
relationships. I don't be doing all that. You feel me? But the nigga said some, oh, it's too late. I'm exposing this shit. I mean, I get on CNN and say this shit. But the nigga said some shit like, oh, you gay, you don't like pussy. Da 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 da. I said, nigga, no. He said some shit like, why you always in the house with your bitch? Why you ain't never out here with us? I said, nigga,
went from him being gay to him being in the house with this girl.
I don't know.
I don't want to be out there with y'all. I like being in the house with my bitch. I like to go to work and then come home and be in the house
because
with my
somebody
bitch.
called him gay. In this joint, he was like, it doesn't matter. We already know you're gay. He was like, somebody just said I'm gay. And if I was, again, he didn't deny it. Period.
bad going
Because
on.
I don't know. I'm not from over there. Why would I come out? Why the fuck you want me to keep coming out here and standing outside with 20, 30 niggas I don't know? I'm not even from over here. I only come over here to re-up and get the fuck out of here and sell and trap from time to time. But other than that, if I ain't selling no weed, I'm not over here. You feel me?
Pause.
So one thing anybody is say on Guilford is you never.
Okay, you just defeated your own story again. I don't know no niggas in the history of hustling that's gonna let somebody that they don't hang with, don't know, don't fuck with, come on their block and trap. Where they do that at? Never seen it a day in my life. I've never seen a group of gangsters allow somebody that they don't know, don't fuck with, come over there and trap on their block, taking their money. Who does that? Where they do that at? Never seen it before a day in my motherfucking life, nigga. You are full of shit, and you need to stop lying. You seriously need to stop lying, bro, because your stories are defeating themselves. Everything
over there unless
everything you say contradict the thing that you said earlier. Like you'll say one thing and then say something totally different later on that contradicts what you said before. But you can go ahead.
I was getting money, but I said to say this. Whatchamacallit?
You wasn't getting money, nigga.
Bitches. They used to rape bitches and beat bitches. Yes.
Never seen a nigga
and they be fucking tranny. Like I said, let's talk about it all. Like I said, it's a lot of reasons why.
Saggy V-necks in his mom cardigan. This nigga had a saggy V-neck on his mom cardigan, but he was getting so much money, y'all.
Damn shame.
So much money, y'all. I mean, it's immaculate how much money he was getting. You can go ahead.
I don't fuck with that nigga. And why I stop fucking with him. And like I said, he gonna really get scared when I say go get WAP from the belt. He been trying to set me up for years. Listen, all I can say is this. I stopped talking to Richard in 2011, and apparently Camille Carthon never stopped talking to the nigga that whole time. And I went to jail for his gun. And when I went to jail with his gun,
you did go to jail for his gun,
but it wasn't his gun in 2011. I held it down.
How we know that was even Richard?
The way that I could prove that this was Richard Gunn.
What I'm saying is
because
1 minute it was Richard and J Mill's gun.
Tech house. And how do I know that he ran to my cousin Tech house? Because when the police pulled up, I said, nigga, I'm gonna help you get away. I'm gonna distract them. And I said, I'm about to run to my cousin Tech house and you gonna pick your own route. And I told him, I said, I'm about to take off running first. And I swear to God on my life, when I said that, he took off running and he ran to my cousin Tech house. Do you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so he said, I'm blocking him. I'm not blocking him. I ain't blocking him at all. How is I'm blocking him? You see me blocking him?
How is
it?
Right up in my DMs, like I said. They say I'm blocking him. All you got to do is message me on Instagram, player, and as long as you're willing to speak cordially, as long as you're willing to speak,
because I messaged your bitch ass on Instagram.
I don't mind speaking, but like I said, I just want y'all to be honest. But like I said, Richard ran to my cousin Tech house the night I went to jail, and I know for a fact that he ran there. He said, I just unblocked him. Did everybody see me on live? My hands is right here. My phone is right here. She's on FaceTime.
Nigga, you can block him from your phone.
Just now to unblock him?
Nope.
So they lying, right?
Yeah.
I never blocked him. But I said to say this. He ran to my cousin Tech house. And when people say, how the fuck do I know he ran to my cousin Tech house? Because I told him that's the way I was about to run, because I was going to distract the police so he could get away. And then when I told him I was about to run to my cousin Tech house, before I could finish my sentence, he took off running. But the police wrote it up as if I was the only one there, and I threw a gun. They never even wrote that he was there, and it was another nigga
They
there
saw
named
you before
Squally,
you
and he
saw
was
the cops saw him before he saw the cops.
So he
So they
lying.
slowed down. Yeah. So they slowed
So
down. And when he saw them, he took off running. Wasn't no mention of another person in that report. It was a warm summer
exactly,
day. He had black gloves on. He was walking down the street by his damn self.
in the
exactly.
silver. So the police never even wrote everybody that was on the scene. They only wrote it up like I was there, and that's
Because
because
it was
when they
only you there.
took off running, I said, I don't have a badge on. That's your job. And they said, okay, motherfucker, since you want to be a smart ass, this is your gun. And they charged me with him and Jaquan Mills' gun. But in reality, that was him and J
That's not
Mills'
what
gun.
happened.
Put that on the
He
You
fact
just
just
said
read
it's
the
Jaquan
charges,
in
and
my
then turned
gun
around and
because
said
I
J.
had
Mill.
not seen either one of them.
You
bro.
heard me.
You are full of shit, bro. We just read. Yeah, I just read. We just read the report, nigga. The cop didn't even get a chance to talk to you. They didn't get a chance to talk to you until after you took off and they arrested you.
Right. And
You
whatever
made it seem
statement he
like you were
made
just
in
standing
there.
on the block. They ran and you stood there while the cops because you probably he basically made it seem like he was innocent, so he felt like he didn't need to run, and he stood there. Richard ran, and the cops questioned him, and because he said what he said, they arrested him and charged him with the gun. No, nigga, you ran and got caught.
He was
You go
on
ahead.
his
And excuses.
Them
You
in
got he was
literally
on his
a
own.
minimum of 3 to 6 months. And I wasn't even going around there. I wasn't living around there. And when I went to jail, I had my Olive Garden shit on because I had just got off work earlier that day. Okay. So I said that to say, anytime the detectives
Okay.
have ever came and
He keep
asked me about
okaying her
Richard
like she
Booz,
was there.
one time I went to probation and my probation officer name was Miss Anderson. I got pulled out of
I
probation
thought
one
it was Miss
time by
Fintech.
a homicide detective named Mark Steinbeck,
Mm.
and he questioned me about Richard Booz. And I told him, I said, I genuinely don't know what the fuck this man is doing in the street because I don't be around
Pause.
this man.
I've had a lot. I've been questioned for a lot of crimes, and I don't remember near one of the detectives' names. I've been questioned for a lot of crimes in my day, and I don't remember none of their names. And I've seen these detectives multiple times.
Right.
And I still don't know these motherfuckers' names. You
The
see a
only
detective
people
one
who
fucking time,
remember
you remember their name.
right. The only people that
Mike
remember detective
Steinbeck. That
names
sounds like a made up name. That sounds like
sound like some shit
a
off a TV show.
yeah, yeah, nigga. That sounds too made up. Like somebody named Dolores that was born after 1960.
Right.
And then they asked me about him running them white people over on Chippewa. And I told him I plead the fifth. I don't know. I don't be around him. I'm
They
at
ain't
work.
call you and
And
ask
if
you
the
about that.
police can go get that video evidence of me in the detective's office, my attorney at the time name was Sabantino Santarpia. And not only did my attorney at the time, Sabantino Santarpia, will he tell you that I told the homicide detectives I plead the fifth when they opened up a long ass envelope folder asking me about all of the shit Richard Boo's been doing? They will tell you when I got snatched by homicide, guess what I had on? An Olive Garden shirt and some black khakis, and my attorney had to drop me off at work.
How is this? What is
So
this?
my main thing is this. All I
Why
know
is
is
this
I've
important
been
to the story?
working and I've been going to school the whole time. And
Nigga,
every
you
time
wasn't
this
working
nigga
and you
come
didn't go to
around,
school.
I go to jail. That's all I know. And he just did the same thing in Houston. I threw a birthday party for my daughter. This nigga popped up at my daughter's birthday party talking about something the feds is questioning him. I said, well, nigga, I don't give a fuck what the fuck the feds is questioning you about because I'm not in the streets and I haven't been in the streets since I was
One, two,
17
three,
years
four, five.
old.
Yeah.
And then I said, whatchamacallit?
Go ahead, ask me your
And
question. I'm
then
gonna
I
say,
said,
Mhm.
I don't give a fuck why the feds
no, I was
is questioning
making a
you.
joke.
If whatever the feds is questioning you about, If it's not important enough for you to tell me, why the fuck would you pop up at my daughter's birthday party? And then I told the nigga, this is my daughter's birthday party. You don't think you're ruining the occasion and ruining the moment trying to pop up and talk to me about the feds allegedly this, that, and the third? You know what I'm saying?
Pause.
And I'm doing private investigation.
So you made it seem like you had a problem with him popping up at your daughter party. I don't know if I'm gonna take a picture with a nigga that I got a problem with popping up at my daughter's party uninvited.
Right.
I don't know if I'm gonna take a picture. Yo, your actions don't make sense. Your words say one thing, but your actions in these situations say a totally different. They tell a different story. You can't go off of his words. You can only go off his actions. In whatever story you're talking about, or whatever situation that you're talking about with him, you can't go off of what he said. You can only go off of what he did and make your assumption. To assess the situation, you can only go off his actions. Not you can't listen to nothing he said.
So if the feds come to my house, they probably gonna want some of this evidence. I'm not afraid if the feds come right now and talk to me, I'm gonna give them everything I got in that goddamn bag. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm out here walking around with doctors. I'm out here walking around with Dr. Cordy Williams, Stella Emanuel, Dr. Shiva, goddamn,
Bro, you
all
ain't
kind of,
been,
like I said, I haven't been in the street since I
bro.
was
You
17
ain't
years
never been
old. That's
around none of
all I
these
could
doctors.
genuinely
You
say.
just talk
And
to
I
them
put
over the
that on the
internet.
fact that,
Pause.
like I said, even in middle.
This shit bothers me about the doctor shit because we've seen you in a picture with one doctor that you bumped into, that black lady that you bumped into during an event. You
All
only
right. That
did
shit is
interviews
fine.
with these doctors. You've never been around them. You don't go to their dinner parties, and you don't hang in their circles. Why do you keep trying to make it seem like that's the circles you hang in? You don't hang in them circles. You would not be able to hang in them circles.
He
You
wants
think they
people to
would?
think he's intelligent.
Yeah, like, and the fact that you keep going so hard and trying to make yourself seem so intelligent tells us that you're fucking dumb. Keep going.
Middle school, Richard wasn't even one of my friends. One of my friends in middle school was Azim Lewis, Earl Stone, and I had another friend named Jason. And my girlfriend at
Yeah,
the
he
time was
responded to
Tiana
that
Hill.
video.
And she got a twin named Alex Hill. And both
Does
of
it
them would
seem
tell
like
you I don't
everything
fuck
he's
with
saying
Richard.
right now
And I
is
put that on the fact that in eighth
in
grade,
response to it?
I was on the principal leadership council because I got awarded a trip. And I'm not gonna say where I went because if it really get real, I'm gonna tell Richard to in eighth grade, you know what I'm saying? To tell me where the fuck I went. But long story short, I got awarded a
What?
trip in eighth grade with my friend
You
Jason
heard him.
and my girlfriend at the time, Tiana Hill, because I was on the honor roll.
Pause.
And Richard
You
didn't
see
You
come
how
in
learned
that.
this?
about in the 8th grade.
Yeah, but do you see how these fucking stories veer off?
Mm,
Like, like they veer off into shit that has nothing to do with nothing. I
I
know because I
assume.
was in the eighth grade and I had a yellow shirt on and I sat in the third row. What, nigga? It always like veers off into something that has nothing to do with nothing. It's so annoying because his stories get dragged out so long because they always veer off into he can't just fully tell one story. He'll halfway through the story veers off into something else, and then that story halfway through that story veers off into something else. You see this how it keeps going? It's like a tree and a bunch of branches.
Mm,
Halfway through every branch, it veers off into another branch. Shit is fucking crazy. But you can go ahead.
Trip. Richard was barely in school. He was always suspended. Richard never passed. Listen to me. Richard never actually passed in school.
then how he got his
And I
diploma
put
through
that on the
university.
fact that
But he don't know him like that.
Like I said, I don't know if he got his GED at some point in time because I'm being honest. I don't
He
know
got his bachelor's
what he's been doing with his life.
more
All
than
I
you can
know
say for
is
you.
Richard used to go to 44 on Broadway, and he used to ask me to come pick him up from school, and I used to have a Chrome
But he
380.
don't know
He
him.
used to ask me to come pick him up from school because he was scared
But
of
he
this
don't
nigga
know him.
named Fatty. And you ain't gonna know who Fatty is, but I know who Fatty is. He from this hood called Hummerson. And he used to have me come pick him up from school. And I used to pull up to 44 every day with a black hoodie on and a Chrome 380. And Fatty used to come out of school first. And I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you in front. I ain't say shit to Fatty. I ain't shoot at Fatty. I ain't do nothing because to be honest, I didn't know who the fuck that was. All I know is Richard used to say this nigga named Fatty from Hummerson is trying to jump me every day after school, come pick me up. So I used to pull up with the hammer. Fatty used to walk out, and then he would get on the bus, and then Richard would come out, and I would walk Richard home.
Isn't Richard
That's
older than
all
him?
I know. That's all I know. Like I
I
said,
have absolutely
that's
no clue.
all
Sound
I
like the roles was
know.
getting
Yeah,
reversed again.
of course my story not gonna change because I live this shit. I live this
Somebody
shit.
said his
And like
story
I
didn't
said, Richard is
change.
a liar.
No,
Richard
he
got a cousin
says
named Neef. I
they might
shot
have
Neef
actually.
on this street called Herman and Sycamore. But when I shot Neef, I didn't know that was Richard cousin. Richard lied to
Pause.
me when I shot Neef.
Pause. There you go again to get lying about me. Last time you said that, you said the real guy who killed me. I put the video out. Remember that? I caught him lying about shooting me.
Mm-hmm.
You said last time you said this, you said somebody else did it. The first time you mentioned this, you said you did it. Then when you went on a rant, you said um, it was Dante or somebody who really killed me. And now you're saying you shot me again. Now again you're saying you did it. Bro, you did not shoot me. The article says who shot me, and you said who shot me. Stop trying to take credit for some murders that you didn't commit, things that you didn't do.
Young cat.
But you can go ahead.
One time, and like I said, I'm not threatening the police. I almost had a shootout with the police because Richard was driving in a stolen car and he got pulled over. And I don't know if this is true because once again, I wasn't there. All I know is that Richard keep running up to me and acting like he's in danger and he's not really in danger. So here's the thing.
So
I
Richard
almost
just
had a
committed
shootout with the
crimes and
police
run
one
into
time
you,
because
but
Richard
you the
ran
one
in
who
the
looked
house
up to
talking
him.
about, yo, these racist ass
The
white cracker
invisible
police and
man,
this, that, and the
y'all.
third. They jumped me and this, that, and the third. And I said, why? And he was like, man, because they racist and this, that, and the third, and this, that, and the third. And so I'm like, okay, so like I ain't gonna lie. When he came in the house, that nigga was fucked up. I'm talking about like I'm surprised his teeth wasn't out his mouth. His eye was bust, his head was bust. He was fucked up. You feel me? Okay. So I run out the house with the SK. No, I think I had an AK or an SK. I run out the house. And when I run out the house, I'm about to get into it with the police because I'm thinking they being racist and they whooping his ass. But come to find out, this nigga got caught driving in a stolen car.
Bro,
And he took the police on a high-speed chase. And when they caught him, they whooped his ass as they should have. Right or wrong?
bro. So how they
How you
ain't
gonna
arrested?
steal somebody's car and then get mad when the
Pause.
police whoop your ass and then you go
So he steals the car. Would the police just whoop his ass and let him go?
Yeah.
You learned your lesson, nigger. Go ahead. They got hold of him. Whoop his ass. Nobody cuffed him and took him to jail. They just let him go. And then when he got to your house, that's when they started to chase him.
gonna
Yeah.
run in the house to me and try to convince me that you was just walking up the street and this was just a random attack of racism. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, like I said, I don't know why the fuck Richard Booze keep popping up in my life. I don't know why the fuck when every time I'm somewhere in public, somebody from Buffalo, New York is popping up at my events or coming somewhere invited. All I know is if you go through my text messages and the feds go through my text messages, you're not gonna never see me invite this motherfucker nowhere that I'm at. And that right there is enough proof that anything that nigga been doing in my life behind my back, on top of robbing me, of course, not only didn't I have no knowledge of that, but obviously Camille Carthon is the one that got this nigga following me around with her police ass family. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Because I'm not the one that's following that called this nigga around, and I could prove all of this by this. On my daughter's birthday, when I threw that goddamn baby shark birthday party, you not gonna see one single text message of me inviting Richard Booze to my mansion in Texas because I didn't even know that he knew my fucking address.
Right.
So the same way that nigga shot at somebody while I was on
Wait.
parole, ran to my apartment
So
in the suburbs.
how does this prove it again? If we can't see it, if you're not showing anything, if we can't find your phone records from that day, well, if you're not showing your phone records from that day, so why do we need to find it? You're the one that's trying to convince us. You need to show
Old
us.
behind phone records.
How does this prove anything? You see what I'm saying? He think his word is tangible evidence. My
And
man,
it's
you're
not.
To
sadly
Buffalo,
mistaken. Go ahead.
was the same way that nigga popped up at my motherfucking mansion in the suburbs of Katy, Texas. And like I said, he popped up in my man, he popped up at my shit, and he said the feds was questioning him about this, that, and the third. And I said, well, nigga, I'm not in the streets. I have not been in the streets. So, nigga, don't you dare tell me no shit that I don't need to know because I don't need to know it. And I can't snitch on no shit that I really don't know. And I asked the nigga, I said, what the feds popping up at your house for? And he was like, man, I can't talk about it right now. And I said, well, why the fuck? I said, well, why the fuck would
Go
you
ahead.
come to my
Continue lie.
house and tell me this if you wasn't gonna give me the full details of the story, right or wrong?
Right.
Okay, so I'm saying that to say this. The same way I didn't know that Camille Carthon had been stealing my money and giving it to Richard Booze is the same way I don't know and didn't know what the fuck whatchamacallit.
It's crazy
Is
how you keep having all these interactions with the feds, but
you
don't
know
get
this
a lot
and
of
the third,
news.
somebody said they hate that I put my
Right.
address out there. I put my address out there because I had to ask China for help when I was drugged. But the point I'm trying to make is
Pause.
my daughter's birthday party.
My nigga.
Oh, he had to
You do
help. He
know
had to
that
try for
you do
help because
know
he
I had the video of that is still out to this very day. And you didn't call China, you called black people. You said if you black from the fucking blah 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 Katy, Texas. I'm scared for my motherfucking life.
yeah.
You didn't call China. How the fuck was China gonna help? I had to call China for help. What? Oh man, this is ridiculous.
Him.
Was way before I put my address out there because I got drugged before I put that shit up there saying that I mean my daughter I got when I leaked my address I was asking for help because some Muslims was trying to assassinate me. But
Oh my god.
before that my address was never leaked. So I said to say this, they was popping up. I mean they popped up at my daughter's birthday party before my address had ever been leaked.
Cause
When
some
they popped
Muslims
up
is
at
trying
my
to. But wait,
daughter's birthday
pause.
party, I wasn't even.
Was it the Muslims or was it the government? Was it the CIA? Because hey, each time you tell this story, they interchange. One minute it was the CIA that was trying to assassinate you. Next minute it was the government that was trying to assassinate you. And now it was the Muslims trying to assassinate you. Well, let's play your little let's play your game. Say this was true. All these organizations have assassinated very powerful people
Right. He did.
who had the best of the best of bodyguard. Right, sis. Oh, they had the best of the best bodyguards. Talking about top notch, top flight security, and they
Of the
still managed
world.
to take them out. Top flight security of the world. They managed to take them out, but they didn't take. They couldn't assassinate YP, who had no bodyguards around him, no nothing, just him in the house with Golden Beauty and the kid, and they couldn't assassinate him.
He commando.
And what doesn't make sense to me is they shot John F. Kennedy live on national motherfucking TV. So you think they
During a
won't kill your
parade.
goofy ass live on the internet? I was on OnlyFans to show y'all that I was back here drugged and to save my life. Motherfucker, they will kill you live on TV. They killed the motherfucking president. Blew peeled his muffin cap back blue in front of the world.
The
And
world,
you think they
Craig.
wouldn't kill your little ass goofy? Yeah, the world, Craig. You think they wouldn't kill your goofy ass live on StreamYard, live on YouTube? You are out of your fucking mind. They kill way more important people for less.
Been talking to
Pause.
Martina yet. That's the point I'm trying to make. I wasn't even talking to Martina. I wasn't even talking to Martina yet. So I don't know what you talking about, DeAndre, but I want to make sure you got the timeline right. When they popped up at my
You
daughter's
get the timeline
baby
right.
shark birthday, I wasn't even talking to Martina yet. I didn't start talking to Martina until Golden left the house because she wanted to go be a fucking
Mr.
prostitute.
Dollar stupid. Yeah,
So
she
my
left the
main thing
house
is
because
this.
she wanted to be a prostitute.
I don't know what the fuck timeline y'all think y'all got going on, but I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. All I know is I've been being drugged and
You ain't got the right
I've been
timeline.
being drugged and I've been being body snatched. And my baby mothers have been some way, somehow, they got my passwords to all my bank accounts and all my shit. And they've been opening up
Body
credit
snatch.
cards in my name without my permission.
That boy
They've
living
been
la la
spending my
la.
money without my permission. They've been purchasing
Is that
properties
what you
without
gonna
my
tell
permission.
the
And they've
debt
been giving
collector?
my money to niggas in the
Huh?
Is that what he gonna tell the debt collectors? I was drugged and my baby's mothers was opening credit cards in my name. Molly about, bro, you do realize like to do any of that shit, they have to have your social security number. They
streets
have to
without
have
my
your social
permission.
security number.
And they've been texting themselves, acting like I was giving them my permission, but I wasn't, and I have never given them my permission. And I say that to say this. All of them are going to the feds for this. I'm charging all of them with identity theft at minimum. And
You charging
everything
them.
that Richard Booz Jr. has been doing in his life,
He said,
I'm
I'm
bringing all of
charging
that shit up. And the reason I'm bringing it up is because whatever the fuck he been doing, I guarantee you my baby mamas have been a part of it. And whoever his victims is, they're going to say that they don't know me and I wasn't
them.
there.
Pause.
And the reason that I'm doing that is to show.
You know what don't make sense?
Hmm.
You say Golden Beauty. There's two holes in the story. Golden Beauty ain't from Buffalo, so how would she even know Richard Bruce at that time? Two, Golden Beauty and Camille didn't like each other, so there's no way Golden Beauty could have known Richard Bruce through Camille. So how
So
the
Richard
hell
went to
does that
jail
work?
in 2000. That my bad.
Nah, go ahead.
he went to jail in 2011 for that parking accident, that parking ramp accident.
Uh-huh. And he was in jail 7 years.
Yep. So he got out in 2018. And then that picture was dated 2017. I mean 2021. So
Yeah. You can go ahead though.
one of YP
That was an important
videos.
fact.
One of YP videos say that Richard set him up in 2012, but by that point he was already hemmed up his damn self. So
Exactly. This whole time he's saying he was drugged and they was doing stuff to him. Richard was in jail.
right,
And he wasn't making money like that during that time. But that's a big hole in the story though. Richard being three things. Richard being locked
and
up.
then YP got arrested in 2016, 17 for that flung gun. So Richard was in jail when that happened. So how he had Richard gun.
Fat. Like I was just saying, that's a big hole in the story. And the fact that Golden Beauty is not from Buffalo, so she couldn't have been linked up with Richard Hughes and having given him your money, her money, his money, and Camille and Golden Beauty didn't like each other. So how was they clicked up with Richard Blues drugging you and body snatching you? Make it make sense. And nasty.
Right.
Show y'all
You can go ahead.
that I don't know and I have no clue what the fuck this man has been doing with his life. All I know is every time he come around me, I end up in jail and now I'm robbed. And so I say that to say this.
No, you're
Now I
broke.
have no choice but to speak on Richard Booz because I just found out
Oh,
he
I
just
get it
was
now.
an accomplice to a federal crime,
Pause,
which
pause,
is robbing
pause,
me and
pause.
trying to steal my identity.
Now I get it now. That's his way of saying I'm broke. Without, tell me you broke without saying you broke. I was drugged and robbed. That's basically what this is. Tell me you
Right or
broke
wrong?
without saying you broke. We go ahead.
Okay. So now I have to speak on how I met this man. Now I have to speak on how I met Camille Carthon. Now I have to speak on everything that I've seen him do. But for the most part, I never brought this nigga up a day in my life because I don't think about him. And had him and Camille Carthon not been plotting on me behind my back all of these years, he wouldn't be a topic of my conversation right now. Do you agree with that? Yeah. Okay. So like I said, now I'm going to tell everything I ever seen this motherfucker do. And I'm going to tell exactly where the fuck, whatchamacallit. I'm going to tell exactly everything I seen him up, everything I seen Richard Booz do, all the way up until the point in time when I stopped hanging with him. And then from that point in time, whatever the fuck he was doing in the streets, everybody is going to say that I was not with him. Everybody is going to say that I was not with him. When I went to jail, I
Yeah.
was on Delavan and Carl with Ashley. Period.
Everybody
I
don't
was
know
on
you.
Delavan and Carl with Ashley. Period.
Hmm.
Period. Period. I was
So
on
you was on
Delavan and
Delavan
Carl
and
with
Carl
Ashley
with a
Thompson.
minor.
I had nothing to do with Richard Vooz. I had nothing to do with him. I never wanted nothing to do with him. I never wanted nothing to do with him. And like I said, these niggas pop up randomly at my events. I'm pretty sure it's my baby mamas or somebody telling them where I'm going to be because I remember when I told you I was riding around and some Haitians was following me around? Yeah. It probably was them. So like I said, why they following me? And this, that, and the third, and why they're stalking me, I have no clue. But all I know is I have never given them permission to follow me. So all of these years they've been following me, all I know is I never gave them permission to follow me. So like I said, I'm going to make sure this nigga gets shot. I'm going to make sure this nigga get charged with everything he's supposed to get charged with. And I'm going to make sure everybody involved go exactly where the fuck they need to be. And like I said, nobody can speak on my behalf that claims to be my friends or my family from my childhood, because they the ones covering up all of this shit that they've been doing. So like I said, anybody speaking on my behalf from Buffalo, New York, if your name is not Yana or Sherman, or your name is not Uwap from the Belt, you cannot speak on my behalf. Or if your name is not Boo Boo Bishop from Cold Spring, you cannot speak on my
Boo
behalf.
boo.
So I said to say this.
Boo boo.
Pause.
None of them really know.
What grown ass man is calling himself Boo Boo Bishop? Yeah, Atlanta know how he give it up in the A. You can go ahead. I just wanted to say that. Who the fuck named Boo
None
Boo
of them
Bishop?
are actually being honest about the
Yo,
way that
Boo
we
Boo.
met, and none of them are being honest about the way that we stopped dealing with each other. So I said that to say this. Um, yeah, like I said, my baby mothers and everybody got themselves in the positions that they in doing the shit that they doing, and that's what the fuck they chose to do. All I know is y'all all about to go to the feds, and y'all all about to get charged with everything y'all about to get charged with. And if anybody say that I'm snitching on y'all, I don't give a fuck, because y'all the ones that forced me to bring this shit up, right or wrong.
What?
So
Pause.
like I said, it is what it is.
Let's say they did drug you. How did they force you to bring this up? How are you forced? All this shit is irrelevant to the situation, but yet you go on and on and on about it every single day. More and more and more and more and more added on to the story. You can go ahead.
Like I said, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell y'all. Like I said, I don't know what the fuck they've been doing in the streets, because I genuinely have not been there. Thank you. These had to be on sale soon. Like I said, all I know is this nigga keep randomly popping up at shit that
Thought
I
they
have
was
going
only for
on and
our
shit that
nation.
I'm doing, and he's not invited. And like I said, if y'all don't believe me, all we got to do is have it fair. Like I said, I ain't got shit to hide. I ain't got shit to hide. So what? I will have the feds go through every single phone I ever owned. You could go through
What?
every single phone I ever owned. And one thing that you will never see is me inviting anybody to my events. They always pop up. But I said to say this, um, all they gotta do
Paul,
is
you make it seem like, you know, all they gotta do is pop up at the event, but then when it comes to Richard Booze, all these niggas just popping up. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You make it seem like it's okay to pop up when you tell it when you're telling it the way you tell it now. But when it comes to Richard Booze, all these niggas just popped up out of nowhere. Wait, I thought everybody's supposed to just pop up. You don't invite people; they just pop up.
Right.
So how you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But we hit the 2 hour mark.
We passed the
Come
two
back to
hour
it
mark,
tomorrow.
ain't we?
Yeah, we passed the 20 minutes past it. This we're gonna stop it at. We still got more videos, so we come back tomorrow.
It's
This
always
was
more
good.
video with this Looney Tune.
There's so much content, yo. But this is where we're gonna stop it at. I'm sorry, I ain't gonna lie, I'm still a little tired and I'm dozing off. Again.
Yeah. All right. Let me drop down so you can close out.
Alright. Thanks, sis. Appreciate you.
Ain't no problem, bro.
Alright, y'all. It's getting late. The wife is telling me to shut it down anyway. So no passport, no chip. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Well, I gotta go to the farm with the kids tomorrow. But after that, I'll be back. Don't worry, Jenny. I got you. I'll be back. Hey, yo, Jenny. Um, I can't find them Instagram Jones, but I do got your email. I got it from QC, so I'm gonna hit your email up. But shout out to Jenny because Jenny the one who found the Richard Bruce shit. So shout out to Jenny. And shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody that stopped by. Like I said, every live stream is y'all who make these lives lit. I'll be back tomorrow. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Make sure it's on all so you can be alerted and notified whenever I drop this heat. It's your boy, the one and only Brenda's baby, Remy Ma'at. You were just tuned into Ma'at TV. I see y'all when I see y'all. Until then.
You better be careful, little buddy.